I know why. What's up, everybody?
Whoop, whoop.
When's the last time we've been live on this channel?
Long time.
Like a year? No, like 6 months at least.
Maybe. I
Something
think
like
the
that.
last live we did was on a live auction.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a long, long time. So, we got some interesting news. So those people that have the bell notification on our channel and see the community posts, you kind of know what's going on. But the other people are probably in the dark and wondering WTF right now. So we're gonna just chill here for a few minutes because YouTube likes to never send out a notification till 5 minutes into live. So we're gonna wait for some people to show up, and then we got some fun news. I guess we can call it fun. Kind of scary, kind of fun, things like that. Just fun. I mean, the title kind of gives it away, but I titled it exactly what it is. So.
Okay, well. Oh, well.
You kind of tell what's going on.
I need to put my chair up.
You what?
I'll put my chair up. So I can be the same height as you.
Stop being the same height as me, man. All right, so people here. People that are already here. What's up?
What's up?
What's up? James, Corey, Joe Bradley, Sherry, Ashley, Desiree, Chris, Shauna, Roseanne.
Shauna, we haven't checked the P.O. box recently, which we need to do.
Yeah, we really do. We keep saying we need to, and we haven't gone in a while. It's been like at least probably close to a month.
Probably. We're not good at checking that.
Yeah, because the problem is where our house is, the closest USPS to that P.O. box is 20 minutes away. So it's ugh. And when it's trafficy, it's a 35-minute drive. So it's ugh.
Well, we just have to go outside of rush hour time.
Yeah, but then the problem is you go I would go at night, and then you have those green slips you have to turn in. So then you're ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll check it. Maybe we can check it tonight. And if there is a green slip, then we'll do it. We'll go tomorrow.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, we could do that. All right, guys. So, who saw our community post an hour ago?
Raise your hand.
James saw the Unspeakable video. Isn't that cool, though? That was a ton of fun, man. It sucks we lost, but,
Wait,
I was in it for the experience.
Did we post anything about that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So, whoever just watches Unspeakable probably seen it. If you don't know what Unspeakable is, it's just another channel. They do, their audience is kids. But they did a storage unit video where it was, they sold 3 units, and we were one. Storage Auction Pirate was one, and then they had another girl that didn't have as much experience as us. And it's a cool video. You should check it out.
Yeah, they have 16 million subscribers. It's pretty cool. So you should check them out.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. So that's what we were traveling not too long ago for.
Yeah,
that's why we went to Texas.
But yeah, that was super fun. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, so. I'm curious how many people in the chat saw our little community post that we posted an hour and a half ago. How many people? I'm curious if I'm talking from absolute scratch or if people kind of know what's going on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would assume there might be a few people, but overall we should probably talk from scratch.
All right. So let's see. This is what we're gonna say. So this week has been terrible with these storage auctions. We got 2 on Monday that canceled on us. 1 that I really wanted on Wednesday that canceled. 1 on Tuesday that canceled. And then there was 1 really good one that went off today that didn't cancel, but went absolutely to the moon. But we still bid on it. And I'm kind of nervous about that. So basically, we bought a unit today that went for $3,610 plus the 10% and the 6% sales tax. 16%. So yeah, I think the grand total for this unit was let me look at the invoice really quick. I think if my math in my head's right, around $4,100 to $4,200. Come on, you stupid.
Give us a second. Internet processing request.
Yeah, the total was $4,187.60. On the unit we just bought. We have
5x10.
Yeah, 5x10. So it's not even that big. But so we took a big chance basically. And we were talking about this earlier, the way this unit is, there's only 2 outcomes to this. Yeah. There's no this is okay. This is either going to be the absolute biggest score we've ever had.
Yes.
Or two,
it's
a complete total setup scam, and we're about to lose $4,100 to take empty boxes out. There's no in between with this one. So it's this is a coin toss right now, and it's making me really nervous, but really excited at the same time. So I'm going to figure out in a second here how to screen share with you guys because I like to show everybody and hear other people's opinions. You know why I like to hear other people's opinions? This is funny to me. 2 units we bought in the past. The one that with all the guns in it, we paid like $5,600, and we showed pictures of that. Like 95% of everybody told us that was a setup and it was a scam. And of course, that was a $25,000 to $30,000 gun collection, not a scam at all. It was super good. Mm-hmm. And then we bought the one in Oklahoma with the safe and the one gun case. And everybody's like, this one looks so good. It's going to be so great. And it was a total setup and it was a total scam. So it's like, when people told me it was a scam, it was great. And when people told me that it looked good, it was a scam. So I don't know, man. It's kind of like in the middle. But let me figure out how to do this screen share thing. I forgot to do it. How do I do present? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Share my screen. I'm going to show you the unit. I'll just share my entire screen. No. Just this?
Yeah.
All right, ready? Here's our unit. All right. $3,610 plus 6% sales tax. And then you pay the 10% buyer's fee. So like we said, $4,200 for this 5x10. And let me try to zoom in and tell you why we did this. This box right here.
The one that says Master.
Yeah, this is what's the name of it? The Star Wars Millennium Falcon statue box that is currently valued at around $13,000. So if it's in there, that's triple the money. If it's empty and full of clothes, that's a big L. But one of the things that a lot of people said they didn't like, and one of the things I did like, was how this box is kind of smushed here. So like we've ordered like how many resin statues from China and Japan? Like a lot of resin statues. And almost every single one, by the time it reaches the US, the styrofoam in the bottom here has always been concave. Like every single time we've gotten it, this is how it's came, besides I think one small one. All the big ones, they all come with this smushedness right here. So that kind of made me, think it's good. Where a lot of people say, oh, it's bad, it's bad. I thought that was more of a good thing. But this thing right here, if it's in the box, is like a $13,000 statue. That's cool. Then if you look over here, these boxes appear to be factory sealed. Now, obviously, they could be retaped and full of dog crap for all we know. We have no idea. But we looked up the brand name here and the model number, and this is a $2,000 telescope setup. So that would be really epic.
And not to mention, though, that's one box. So is it $2,000 for that one like long box in the front plus the other two? Is that $2,000 for each box?
I don't know.
Could be for each box.
That's another thing. Then these Pro pedals we looked up was like $300. And one other thing a lot of people are talking about, they think they don't like, but I kind of do like, is the fact that this toy box, they showed in the picture that this is empty. So half the people are saying it's going to be empty boxes because that's empty. And the other half of me says, if they were trying to set me up, wouldn't they not show the fact that this is empty? Like if I was trying to scam somebody, I would turn that thing against the wall so nobody can see what's inside. You know what I mean? Make it look like it's in there. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking a step ahead of me. I don't know. But that was my thought process, is that they would turn it the other way if they were trying to set me up, and they wouldn't show me that it's empty like that. And then PlayStation 3 box, not worth a whole lot, but it just shows they might have some video games in there. I don't know. And then, a bunch of stuff in the box. It just, everything they have is like Star Wars, Star Trek, and space. Yeah. So it just seemed like a collector. And you know what else is weird? Okay, I'm going to get off here for a second. Let me go back to here. All right. What else is really we find weird is when I was Googling Star Wars like collectors, because like that's the only huge collectors are going to pay $13,000 for a statue, right? Like that's like the big of the big in the collection world. One of the biggest Star Wars collectors I found in the country lives right over there in Maryland. Like it's like 30 or 40 miles from where that unit is. And I'm like, what's the chances it's that guy's unit? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like,
you never know.
It's too weird to not think like that. Like 50 states, like 100 cities a state, and the biggest guy I can find in the US is 30 miles away from where that unit's at. That, I don't know, man. That's just, it's hard to ignore that.
Yeah.
It's really hard to ignore that. It's just way too coincidental. And yeah.
So Snow Shadow, of course we're going to film it.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. We film trash, good, don't matter. Yeah.
Whether it's $30,000 in Star Wars goods or we paid $4,200 to throw boxes away, either which way, where you're going to see the video, no matter what.
What was the other question? Oh, I said, when do you go through it? So our plan is to drive there tomorrow morning.
It's 3 hours away from us, so we would have went today.
Yeah. So we'll drive out tomorrow morning, clean it out, and then work on probably Saturday editing it, and then put it out Sunday, which normal time, I'm assuming, right? 4 p.m. on Sunday. Yeah, normal time. But it's just, I'm excited. I just realized I didn't even see y'all super chats, by the way. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Pat. Thank you.
And you sent more Dragon. I said earlier to the other person, we're gonna go to the PO box soon because we haven't been in a while. There's been like a few people that said they sent stuff for like baby stuff or Dragon Ball stuff. So we gotta go check that out because I have no idea what's in there. We haven't been there in like at least a month because we were in Texas for 2 weeks and we hadn't gone like at least a while before that. So it's been a while. Yeah. There's a lot of people asking like about registries and stuff. So I've seen a lot of your comments on like the whole pregnancy and congratulations to the baby. So thank you guys. We just wanted to get all the storage unit stuff out there. But as far as the registry goes, we haven't even created one yet. We definitely want to for, our family to get us stuff for a baby shower eventually. But I don't know what we're going to do as far as you guys. I know there's so many of you guys that just want to help us out, and that's great. So we have to come up with something that's for you guys. We'll figure something out. And then once we do figure that out, we will let you know. I already said this too. Like, cause this is like, if I get scammed out of a few $100s, that's one thing. But if it's a $4,200 setup, yeah, we're not gonna deal with that. I'll go straight to the local police department there, and we're gonna tell them exactly what happened. So that's the thing about these scammers. Like, people have to just throw them out there, and call the police and do something about it. I can't lie. I'm on the other side a lot of times. If I lose a few $100, I'm just like, whatever. I don't feel like dealing with it. But if they screw us out over $4,200, then I'm gonna be a little mad. just a little bit, Yeah. Just a little bit. You should turn on the air sign. Does that sign work? I have to go to the bathroom anyway, so I can get like a brick to plug it in the wall. All right. But I think the thing that sucks about it is that I think it came from like Hobby Lobby or something, but like the little downside of the R, so it'll look like a P when I turn it on, which kind of sucks. But I'll be right back. All right, Dana, what do we use to edit videos? We use Filmora, Wondershare Filmora. Are you gonna film the baby shower? We plan to. I don't know what it is. My mom wants to do it like as this kind of a surprise and not really tell us when or where it is or anything like that. Or I mean, not where, but when they're gonna do it. So the plan is to, as long as our camera's charged and ready that day, whenever they plan on doing it. So that's the plan. That's the plan. And by the way, new people that just came in here, let's see. Can I set this up to where I can show the screen and myself? Hold on one second. I don't know if I can. But guys, this is the unit we're talking about. I want to see in the chat everyone's votes. What do you think? Is it a scam or is it about to be epic? I want to hear everybody's guesses. Scam or epic? Oh, crap. Why does it look like this? Hold on. No. Oh, gosh. This thing's being stupid. Here we go. Scam or epic? I want people's opinions. If you weren't here earlier, like we said, this box here is a $13,000 statue if it's in there. $2,000 telescopes if they're in there. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Scam or epic? Alrighty, there's no in between. That's what we said. There's no in between on this one. There's absolutely no in between. It's one extreme or the other. And I'm hoping it's the good extreme. Yeah, if it's a 13K statue, that's going to be pretty awesome if it's in there. But I don't know. I just don't know. Ever live stream a unit? We've actually tried to do that on multiple occasions. The problem is those storage facilities are absolute dead zones. Like total dead zone. So you just can't get no service in there. We tried. It's just grainy, skipping, and it's just, yeah. That's what it is. You can't do it. That's why we can't do it. So I like how everybody's split. But I'm seeing more positive than good, which statistically is not good. Last time everybody told me we got scammed was the best unit we ever got. So it's like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know. I don't know. But we did. Well, one thing we did do is call the facility, and they wouldn't tell us who the owner was, but we asked if it was the guy that's kind of notorious in the Virginia, Maryland, DC area for staging units. Just asked if they could tell us yes or no if it was this guy, and they did say it wasn't that guy. So we know it's not the one scammer, but that doesn't mean there's not plenty of others out there doing the same thing. So I don't know. All I know is if it ends up being a scam, they're gonna be in some trouble. Cause yeah, we're gonna put this out there. I'm gonna put their names out there. We're gonna have fun if they end up trying to scam us. We'll see. Epic scam. There we go. Why does it gotta be one or the other? It could be absolutely both. It could be both. But for those of you guys that say scam, did you not see the $5,600 unit we bought last year? It seemed like the most staged thing in existence. It seemed so staged. The one that had all the gun cases stacked on top of each other, right for everybody to see. The gun safe right there for everybody to see. The gun wrapped up in a blanket, like it looked like it seemed like the most obviously staged unit in existence. And it was 16, 17, 18 guns and like a $30,000 total collection. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I've gotten both. That's the problem when you do this storage unit. You felt both extremes. I know what it's like to spend $5,600 on a chance and it'd be worth 30 grand. And I know what it's like to spend $3,000 on a unit that's full of trash and set up to screw you. The problem is just, I don't know which one it is until we get there. You just don't know. You just don't freaking know. Everybody keeps going back and forth. I see both. We're going to find out tomorrow. We're going to post some pictures too. Like, be ready. I'm going to post pictures on the community post. I'm not going to completely give it away or anything, but we'll put some stuff on this community post tomorrow when we get there. Yeah, I know. That's the problem. People do use it all to pack stuff. That's very true too. Jonathan, she went to the bathroom. Too legit to quit. Hey, what's up, Jason? Man, I'm kind of there with you. Like, it's just, if they set that up, they went through some effort to set that up. You know what I mean? They put effort into that. Like, where do you, that statue, there's only 500 of them, like, ever made. Like, we Googled it. There's only 500 of them in the world. So it's like, how did you get that box if you didn't have it? You know what I mean? It just seems like, if it was something of high value that's easily obtainable, like PlayStation 5 box or something like that, or a gun box, that's more scary to me than like a only 500 released in history type of thing. Because it's like, you can't go to the dumpster and find that. Like, you had somebody, you or somebody you know, had that box, that had that actual statue. So, I don't know, man. It's making me nervous, but excited at the same time. Thank you, Pat Greiser, by the way. And thank you, Love Brother Lord, for the diaper fun. Hey, the diaper fun. What is the statue? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'll show you it, actually. Because we Googled it last night. If I can pull it up, I'll share my screen again with you right now. Where is it? Come here. I'll pull it up for you. It's the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars is what it is, but it's like a specific one that's signed, a signature edition, and all this stuff. Let me see if I can pull it up again. Millennium Falcon. Hold on one second. If I can find it again, I'll show you. I'll screen share it in a second. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Where is it? I can't find it. I forgot how we found it last night. We were like going so hard on this unit last night. Like, we were like zooming into all these things, Googling all the boxes, like fixing the words up to try to read it. It was like we went all out on this thing. Let's see. Where is it at? But it's like, for those that watch Star Wars, it's the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars is what it is. But I'm trying to find you the stuff I found last night. And I don't know how we found it, so you gotta give me 1 little second. I forgot what we searched to find the thing. Here it is. This is what it is. There's only one on eBay right now, but I found it off the collector site. I didn't even realize there's one on eBay. So hold on, let me show you what it looks like. It is this one. This one right here. This is what it looks like, but this is obviously also pre-owned. It's taken out of the box and everything, but it's a giant scale of the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. If it's in there, obviously, if it's in there. This is what it looks like. And it's got the signature on there. And as you can see, the signature edition, there's only 500 of them made in total. So, like I said, if somebody set that up, where the heck did they get the box from? Because, like, there's only 500 of them in existence. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just go find that box. That's what it's supposed to look like. Look how huge it is. It's this is the full thing, but it's pretty massive. And they got it listed at $13,000 pre-owned. But that's what it is. Now all we got to do is hope it's in there. If it's in there, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. And also, the telescope is the other thing we looked up. Let me see if I can find that too. Because that was also like the model number's on the box. So, like I said, it all just comes down to if these boxes are just used to repack junk. And if they are, I just don't believe it. You know what I mean? 349. Because, like, who has all these boxes? Like, who? Like, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? If you have these all these boxes, where did you get them from and why do you have them? I guess is my thing. Let's see. CGM tripod. I'm trying to pull up the thing for you really quick. Is this the one? Yeah, here's this too. If again, just like the statue, if this is what's in there right here, come on, you stupid thing. This is what the first box right here says. This thing right here, this Celestron CGEM tripod, if it's in the box, that right there is a $2,000 tripod. It probably won't sell for that on eBay, obviously. It'll sell for more like $1,000, $1,500 or something like that. But still, a $2,000 tripod for a telescope, and that's this box. This Celestron is in this box. It's in this box. It's this box, and you can't see the front of this box, but you can make the assumption it's about the same like length and width as the other one. So I'd assume there could be 4 separate boxes all belonging to, Celestron, which is the telescope brand. So I don't know. And like another thing, if you weren't here earlier, one thing that's a lot of people said scared them but made me feel better is these empty boxes. Because like I said earlier, part of me is like, if these are empty, everything might be empty. But the other half of me is like, if they're trying to scam me, they wouldn't have shown these boxes being empty. You know what I mean? They would have put them up against the wall, put the plastic side against the wall so that you couldn't tell there was nothing in there. At least that's how, if I was trying to scam somebody, that's what I would do. I'd make sure they can't see it. Because these on their own are a few $100 if they were in there. So, I mean, if there's 3 of these total, that would have been $900 in value that you could have made us think was in there. But the fact that they showed it not in there, to me, I don't know. I just have a good feeling about it. I have a good feeling. I have a really good feeling. We'll see. Fisheye, I don't know, man. We bought 3 units that went for like really high. The gun one for $5,600, which was amazing storage unit, like almost $30,000 worth of guns and ammo. Then we bought the toy unit, which was about $15,000 to $20,000 worth of vintage toys, and we made 10 videos out of it. So that one was really good. But the only bad one we have was the one that we got in Oklahoma for around $3.2K, and that one was a setup. So like statistically, we have 66% chance, 66% of the time we do good on the big ones. You got it. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
You can barely see it because it's so bright, but.
How many miles do you have on that truck? Our truck was actually has the least amount of mileage out of everything. It's kind of crazy. Like, we bought the truck it's a 2020, right? Yeah. 2020, and it's got like, what, 13,000 to 14,000 miles, I think? Or is it more than that now? I don't know.
Well, the van has about that.
I know. The van we bought January already has like 16,000 miles on it. It's a 2023, and it already has 16,000 on it. But, yeah, I bet you remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only, like, the big ones we bought. That was the only bad one we ever got, was that one. So, like, we've only bought 3 though. Like, when I say big in my eyes, like, I'm talking $3,000 or more on a unit. Like, let's just say 2,500. It's 2,500 plus. I think we've only bought 3 that I can think of off the top of my head that high, and 2 out of 3 were great.
Thank you for helping with that one, by the way, Jason.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Collecting. That's also a possibility too. But why would you pay for that and not flatten them? Like, I mean, as a person that has like literally probably $100,000 in collectibles behind me, like, why would I pay for a storage unit? You know what I mean? Just flatten the boxes if you want to keep them, or keep the stuff in the boxes. It just makes no job.
Makes what?
It makes no sense. I don't know. I was reading this guy's comment at the same time. It makes no sense. What is my real job? I don't have a real job. YouTube, baby.
This is the real job.
YouTube all day. Nothing but YouTube.
Seems like you're always picking through storage units in a sauna.
That's the summer, man. The summer here has been brutal.
Yeah, the summer makes obviously the inside of the storage facilities like terrible, especially if they're not climate controlled. But even if they're climate controlled, a lot of people keep the temperature like 78 or something. So I mean, constantly lifting boxes and going through and sorting and all that stuff, just it's still hot.
I feel like the people
even in the winter, they turn the heat on.
I feel like the people that do it for a living understand, but I feel like the people that just watch it on YouTube are like, you know what I mean? We make it look like, oh, it's a little 20-minute process, but that 20-minute video is really like 2 or 3 hours of lifting, loading, moving, lifting, loading, moving, lifting, loading, moving for 3 hours. And they're like, why is he so red and sweaty? He's been working for 10 minutes. Like, no, I've been working for 2 hours and it's 100 degrees. Yeah. Let's see. Blue Ram has over 110 into 2019. That's what I'm talking about. Our car is a 2018 and it has a 126,000, 127,000, something like that. Yeah. Any good Preggers cravings?
So I'm trying to think. So I was when we were in Texas, I was really addicted to burgers. Like I would go to Aldi and get like little keto buns or whatever, and go to like my first choice was like Jack in the Box in the morning, and then like if it was like really early, so I'd get Jack in the Box, and then it was always a bacon burger usually. But like right by our hotel, there was an In-N-Out, so I probably had like 4 In-N-Out burgers a day, 4 or more. If it depends on if we went once or twice. So it was burgers. Early in the first trimester is kind of like a weird time, and I mean
chicken salad.
Yeah, so like chicken salad on toast, which was also low carb bread, and then there was something else. Oh, grilled cheese and tomato soup, which I found a keto version. Still had a lot of sugar though, so I didn't end up throwing that away.
You know what's funny about that? My mom always told me when she was like pregnant, that's what she always wanted was grilled cheese, and I thought it was funny to like be pregnant. That's
like
what you wanted more grilled cheese.
So yeah, so it started with grilled cheese, and then it went to chicken salad. And then it went to burgers. And then now I don't really have anything in particular that I want. I just like, I wake up and I'm hungry and I'm like, I want food. But at the same time, like if I think about food, I'm like, nothing sounds good. Like absolutely nothing. But I need to eat something.
I always hear that too. Pickles and jalapenos. Like it's the most
pickles I always see.
Yeah.
People put... So the one weird one that I've seen recently is people put pickles on like a peanut butter sandwich. So like pickles and peanut butter. That's a weird combination, but.
John, $5. Any cut locks visible? That's a good question.
Should be one. Yeah.
I don't see any.
But if you like when they opened the unit, it looked like 1 or 2 boxes fell down, so we don't know what's under those 2 boxes.
Yeah. And I feel like my viewpoint is so skewed because we got the one, like our best unit ever, just literally everybody said it was stupid. Like it was a bad unit. And it was a obvious setup, a scam, a mistake. And it was like the best thing we've ever bought. So it's like, it's so hard. And that definitely skewed mine. Cause I mean, I really still believe that was like a once in a lifetime storage unit. I'll probably never see something like that again. I really believe that. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like I'll never see something like that again. That was just too crazy. But it's like, it's skewed by perspective, I guess, because I've experienced it. I know it's possible, I guess.
Yeah.
The problem is now, like any time, like especially now that they've gotten so big on YouTube and TV, it's like anytime any unit looks good, like everybody just has the setup. Like if it looks good at all, like everybody's convinced it's a scam. And like I don't blame you, because that's how it's gotten recently. Like I look at that, and like from a outside perspective, looking at this unit, I would say I'm an idiot. Straight up, like, to be honest with you. But that's what it is, man.
Do we know if it's climate controlled or any dust or cobwebs?
Let's see.
Dust or cobwebs, I don't see. I mean, there's probably dust in there, but like cobwebs, I don't see.
Let's screen share and go back to it.
I would also go back to StreamYard real quick.
Why?
And put, you put it full screen. I just want to make sure.
There's not cobwebs, but you can see like down
Dirt.
here, like there's stuff in there, I guess. But I also think it's I would assume it's inside. This looks like an inside hallway.
Go to, like right here. Like on the side, on the right side there. You see their like lock cutting thing? It's in a hallway.
Oh yeah, look right here. Yeah, that's what they use to cut the lock.
It's not on pavement.
But the problem is now, like, the risk of scamming is like multi-layered. There's so many layers to it. You know what I mean? Like, you could be getting scammed by a facility. That's one possibility. You could be getting scammed by the former owner of the unit, and the facility knows nothing about it. So it's like there's so many layers to this. But you can see like down here, there's crap on the floor. It knows it wasn't just put in there. Like, look at this picture. You can see there's stuff on the floor. It wasn't just like put in there yesterday.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know how to feel about that, because our gun unit had nothing. Like, it looked like it was literally just thrown in there the day before. Like, there wasn't even dust or nothing.
ATF Flippers makes a good point. You're not an idiot. Nobody gets rich without taking risks.
That's true. It was funny. We were just watching the what the heck is his name? Conor McGregor documentary on Netflix the other day. And like one of the last things he said at the end of the day was like, everything I'm doing is unreasonable. Like, you should look at this and say this is unreasonable. Like, this doesn't make sense. But has an unreasonable person ever made history?
Right.
No. And I was like, or has a reasonable person ever made history, is what he said. And I was like, that's a good idea. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Good point.
I hope you're right. It's so annoying that I don't know, and I can't know until tomorrow. Like, this is the worst thing. There's no chance of me going to sleep today. Like, it's going to be the worst possible time of me trying to go to sleep today. There's just no way. I'm already, like, in my mind, know that I'm going to be going there completely exhausted with no sleep, because I will not be able to sleep thinking about this unit.
This one, right?
Which one?
They want the gun unit. It was that
Yeah.
one.
What about it?
Some people are asking for the link.
Oh, okay. You going to put it in there?
Put it in here.
Yeah.
All right. So the Jeebus family channel just put the link in the chat for that gun video.
You never know, Jack, because like I said, this is exactly what everybody told me with the gun unit. I keep mentioning that one. If you haven't seen it, it's like our second most viewed video. But that's what everybody told me, because like the way it was set up, you have to see how it started. Like right in the back right corner, there's just a pile of gun cases, like piled up. Then there's a blanket laying on two chairs wrapped around. It's obviously in the shape of a gun. So it's like, then you can see the gun safe behind the stuff. Like, but it looked like it was hidden enough to make it look like they didn't see it, but it was obviously there. Like, everything about that screamed setup, and it wasn't. So it's like, I don't know. Have I seen the Dragon Ball Z theme restaurant in Texas? Oh yeah. Which
so
one?
Many
the
people
soup ball. The soup one. Yeah. And Goku Burger.
Well, yeah, Goku Burger. I feel like that one's not as well known though.
And the ones in Florida. No, probably.
Well,
not.
Super Saiyan's in Florida.
Yeah.
There was one.
Yeah, I can't remember. That's exactly. Kibu outside of it.
Yeah. But we didn't end up going there when we went to Texas.
No.
Next time we go, we probably will.
It's too hot.
Yeah, we wanted to get out there ASAP.
Pat, there was a lot of it. That unit was supposed to go off at 3:15 and ended up going off at like 3:45 or something like that, because people like to wait until there's 2 minutes left and then bid. And it's like, that is so infuriating, because like, I'm not the person. I don't understand that people that go like $10 at a time and take all day. Like, if it's at like 3,000, like it was at 3K, so I just went in and bid 36.50. Like, that's what I put on there. Like, I'm just gonna jump it one huge bid. I hate the sitting there and going $10 at a time and making it take 2 hours to bid on the freaking unit. It's just a pain in my rear. A pain in my rear.
And Petra, I don't know if that's how you pronounce your name. I would love to eat avocados just because of the nutritional benefits, but I don't like them.
I don't either. I wish they were.
I don't like almonds either. I was literally talking about this the other day. I don't like almonds, don't like avocados. I know they're like health foods. I just don't. Rana Lee, the unit is 2.5 hours, 3 hours?
Yeah, somewhere in between. That depends on traffic. Without traffic, it's like 2 hours, 26 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel for this at night. I felt like not kicking because they're only 17 weeks, and they say the kicking usually starts at like 20 something.
On Monday it's 18.
Yeah, Monday's 18. But like we lay in bed.
Everybody feels
like,
it different.
Yeah, like it doesn't feel like kicking, I guess, because he's so small. But you can feel like just sitting here, and it's like it feels like this. Like it feels like somebody's like this. You know what I mean? Like just slightly pushing with the finger. But I guess because the app says he's only about what,
like
5
the
or
size
6
of your
ounces.
palm.
Yeah, so I mean, you're not gonna be able to feel nothing this early on, but
I
try.
I swear I'm trying my hardest. I feel like I'm trying to be like Ultra Instinct, like Goku when I say this, but like I'm trying my best to just like close my eyes and I feel anything in my stomach. I'm like, okay, is that gas or flutters? Is it gas or flutters? I'm trying to like distinguish it so hard. I swear, like I felt something at least twice so far. So
yeah,
I can't wait till I start to actually feel.
That's
something.
why I like to do it, because I feel like I'm not going to feel the gas you'd feel, because that's not my body. So I just take just my palm, and like I remember the one night where I kept feeling something. I was like, all right, take my hand. Remember where that's at. I'm going to turn around. All right, and I turned my head around, and I'm like, I'm going to put my hand and find the same exact spot again. And I felt something again. It was like pinpoint the same spot. So I was like, there's no way that's coincidental. Oh, that is Sasquatch on my cup.
Somebody gave us that cup at a yard sale. So
what happened to the ducks? I thought I'd tell the story. So we have cameras on the outside, and one night, like the motion sensor thing went off, and there was like 2. I thought it was a dog. So there's coyotes in the woods. So we scared off the coyotes, and the next day, they're basically, long story short, they're living about 2.5 hours away on a farm with some family friends because I didn't trust the coyotes. So there was coyotes in the woods, and they were obviously, I'd never seen them before, and they were registering on the camera when the ducks were out there. So you know what they were coming for. Mm-hmm. And we're like, yeah, no, I don't want to have to shoot these coyotes. Let's just scare them away, and let's just get rid of the ducks. Yeah. So they're living their best life now.
Brian, I've been taking a prenatal even a year before, like, I got pregnant. So I'm taking folic acid. Don't worry, prenatal. And then the baby due.
I want to say something weird about this. Uh-huh. You know what? So recently we did, what's this website called?
Ancestry.
Yeah, Ancestry.com, because I was just curious how far back we can track it. And I went back 10 generations in my family, and weirdly enough, I have 2 great-grandparents that were born on January 21st. Great-grandfathers born on January 21st. I was born on January 21st, and the baby's due January 22nd, and they said they're measuring 1 to 2 days ahead of schedule. So I'm like, what is with this day? What is with this day? Cool. It's weird, though. It's like, it makes you think there's just something genetic. Like, what's the chances of 10 generations, 3 boys so far born on the same day, and potentially 4 generations in a few months? Like, what? It makes no sense, right? It's so weird. It's so weird, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, that's exactly when I felt it too, is when we went to lay down.
Because I always read that like when you're late 3rd trimester, that's when everybody says that they feel it, because like when you're walking around during the day or whatever you're doing during the day, it's like lulling them to sleep almost, so they're not going to move as much during the day. And I've seen some people just like press like this on their stomach, and then the baby just gets.
That's what it was so funny when they were doing the ultrasound thing, remember? Because like they were like, they push down on your stomach, and then like you
like
see
the over the stomach one, they have to put like a decent amount of pressure.
Yeah, and like you can see like on the thing, and they push down, the baby's like,
he's like, stop it,
get off of me, like pushing back.
That's my room.
You're squishing my space. Dang it. You know what's weird? I guess I didn't go that far. I didn't really look at everybody's kids. I just went like, parents, grandparents, great-parents. I didn't like extend the tree that much, because they're like exactly that. They like have like 12 kids. But it is weird. Like my direct lineage, like just going grandfather, 10 generations, that out of 365 days of the year, 3 of us were born on the exact same day. And potentially the 11th generation will be born on the exact same day. That's just really weird.
Yeah. Tara asked, are we going to doing any scratch card videos again?
So we've been talking about doing this on the second channel, like where we have this like week-long series where we like compete against each other for like 7 days straight or 10 days straight, and see who would win the most over that. So
how does that sound?
It sounds kind of cool.
To you guys, would you guys watch that?
Who would watch that on the second channel? But it does seem fun.
Jesus, my first kid was 11 pounds.
Oof,
that's big.
Yeah, that's pretty massive. I was only 8 pounds even.
I was 6 pounds.
You know what's weird is like Brandon, my brother, was both heavier and taller than me when he was born, and now I'm like way bigger. So it just shows to show you like your birth weight and height does not translate to like the future.
Yeah.
It's weird. But yeah, what was I about to say? I was about to say something too. I don't know. I lost. I hate when I like see a comment and then it just goes back.
Up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know where it went because it jumps so randomly. Any unusual ancestry names? No. You know, I was able to like track our generation. At least my family back to both of us were actually. We both did it. Like we can track our family back to Virginia all the way to like before this was even the United States. Like we've been here forever. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like we can go back to the late 1600s and still find when it was just, you know, like the Commonwealth. It wasn't even part of America yet. So my family's been in Virginia for freaking ever.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It depends what side you go down to though. Cause like I went way back and I found, well, I know my grandmother, biological father, so my great grandfather I never met, he died years ago, was straight from Greece. So I know I like have a large percentage of Greece in me. Then we went back to Germany. I found Germany, England, of course, Switzerland. I forgot. There was one other country. I can't remember what it was. But I know like the biggest percentage I was Greek, German, and England. So
I feel like
I knew Greek and England,
Yeah.
Greece and England. I didn't know anything about Germany, so it was kind of
I
interesting.
feel like I found like maybe one or two people from Greece. I think most from England, and then I had like obviously some Scotland's and Ireland thrown in there.
That's what it was. That's what else I had was Ireland, which I kind of knew because my grandfather's last name is McDaniel. So pretty much I feel like every Mick goes back to Ireland somewhere. But yeah, that was cool too.
Uh-huh. They have a free trial for like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah,
Ancestry, so it's pretty cool.
No, yeah, you can go way back and stuff. It's pretty cool. I didn't think you'd be able to go that far back, like all the way to 1600 before we were even like the United States of America.
Yeah.
But that was super cool. This is what I feel like. I never know if like everybody just has a thought at the same time or the chat just freaks out. Because like it'll just be no moving at all. Then all of a sudden, like 10 comments, 15 comments at one time. Like, did everybody just have the same thought or is it just lagging?
I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah.
GA Bunny said, my adult son who knows a lot about Dragon Ball said you picked the coolest name for your baby.
Thank you. We were just talking about that yesterday. I'm like, no offense to anybody, but I just get so tired of the same generic names, man. We don't need any more Stevens. I'm Stevens. That's my real name, Steven. We don't need any more Stevens. No David.
No offense to any Stevens, Davids, or whatever other name we're gonna say, but
or
still.
James or like
Richard,
Brian. Like those. Like we have too many of them already. We need some uniqueness in the world. You know what I mean? Like we need something different besides the same things over and over and over and over again. I don't know. I think it's cool. Yeah, I just think it's different. Some water.
I still got some. I got my rest of that, and then this. Look at this thing. This wonderful invention that Virginia Women's Center gave me. I like my first appointment. So it says drink a baby on this side, and then on this side it says during pregnancy you should drink about 80 to 100. So it's 3+ of these bottles. And I swear, like, I've never had, like, a fancy bottle like this. It keeps the drink cold for so long. It get, like, if I would have brought that to Texas, even in the Texas heat, sitting in the car, it would have stayed cold for, a few hours probably.
Texas irritated me. I can go in the gas station and get a cold drink, and in, like, 5 minutes, it's room temperature. I was getting so mad in Texas. Like, I feel like I had to take everything just back to the hotel because, like, if you don't eat inside somewhere, well, everything you get is just hot. Like, all the drinks are hot in, like, 5 minutes. Let's see.
Tracy.
Hey, that's cool. What?
Nothing. I was about to point out a question.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, Tracy Worthington said, question for you. Why do you keep doing reruns? I enjoy watching, but not the same ones twice. I'm assuming when you say that, you're talking about Facebook.
Yeah, I never put out the same video twice on YouTube. So you had to be talking about Facebook. And we don't run our Facebook.
Not at the moment.
Not right now. Yeah, no. They just redo it sometimes.
So they edit like our videos that, we have like a log of videos that we put out. They just like edit it a certain way and put it out over there. So I mean, that's why you see reruns on Facebook, just because there needs to be like constant content. And obviously, if you follow the YouTube channel, like we try to put out 2 videos a week, but sometimes obviously it doesn't happen because storage units are unpredictable. So they need some kind of content to just keep putting out there.
Yeah, that's the problem with what we do. Like buying storage units, it's like when you're buying them, for real, it's like you can't predict it. 1 week you can have 10 units and the next week you get none. It's really hard to try and stay consistent. We could try our best, but you can't, if they cancel or the guy pays off or something happens, there's nothing we can do about it. We're kind of at their mercy is the unfortunate part of it.
Yeah. Somebody asked what would the name been if it was a girl.
What would it have been?
So it would have been another Dragon Ball name. I forget we didn't even say this.
Yeah.
Because we already knew it was a boy by the time the video came out. But if it was a girl, it would have been Videl. So Videl. And that's just a character from Dragon Ball. And then the middle name would have been Rose. So Videl Rose.
Yeah.
I really like both of those.
Yeah. Aaron? Both.
Yeah.
A bunch, but I've also kept every single one I've ever found. So got a pretty nice armory going on, But unfortunately, it was lost in the boating accident. Barbara Way, we may be related. My maiden name is McDaniel. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. You know any of your family's names, I guess? I don't really know. I'm about to say that. I don't even really know.
Like you have this log in your head.
Yeah, no, I know my granddad was Charles Wayne McDaniel. And I know, obviously, my mom and my aunt and stuff. I don't even know his parents were, he was a junior. No, his dad was Charles, but it was a different middle name. So his dad was also Charles McDaniel. And then his mom was Emily, I want to say. I don't know what her maiden name was. But yeah, I don't know.
Shameless me said Broly would probably be born on 120.
We'll see. I'm curious to see.
Yeah.
I'm just part of me is I kind of hope it's a little early for your sake, but also genetically, I just don't know how big he's going to be. I feel like he's going to be a big boy. Because I told you, when they did the measurements, it didn't click in my head at the time. I forgot if it was 8 weeks or 12 weeks or something, but they said the range is supposed to be 1.9 to 2.1 inches or something like that. It must have been the early one. But then when they measured, he was measuring at 2.6. And I was like, okay, that's half an inch bigger. But I didn't register in my mind percentage wise. That was at 20 weeks. That was 25% bigger than it's supposed to be already and this early. So I'm when I got home and I think it was my mom. I talked to my mom. I told her that and she's like, holy crap. And I was like, what? It's half an inch. It's not that big of a deal. But then when you think of it percentage-wise, half an inch of that is 25% above average. So you might be a big boy. Is the second Broly, you're talking about in Dragon Ball? I like the new Broly more than the old Broly. I actually do. I think he's cooler. Let's see. Videl Rose is a pretty name. I thought so too. Joe, no. I said, what do you think? 1. Absolute maximum 2.
Yes.
Absolute maximum. But we'll see. I don't want to have a bunch of kids, a whole bunch of kids.
I just think 4 is a good number if you're, maxing out.
4 as in 2 parents, 2 kids.
Yes.
Not 4 kids.
No. As an overall family, 4 is a good number. Yeah.
So I feel at least this is my thought process. Obviously, I have no idea. I feel when you start to have so many kids, it's harder to pay everybody attention. It's kind of like a class size. You know what I mean? When your class has 10 people, your class has 40 people. You just get so much more one-on-one, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is obviously our first baby, so I have no experience. I'm just telling you what I think. I could be completely wrong. But hey, thank you for the $3 super sticker.
Thank you.
Amazon wish list.
I kind of started one. I think that would be our best bet is to do an Amazon registry. But I don't know. And we also had a few good ideas with putting gift cards on there, which is a good idea for certain stores. Just because, maybe we don't know what exactly we want yet. And then we just want to be able to get it later or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Our problem is my mom keeps telling me, she's like, you need to stop getting stuff because you need stuff for the baby shower. I'm like, I can't help it.
If I like it,
I like it. If I see it, I'm going to get it. Galaxy, that's a good question. I kind of like it in the middle. You know what I mean? A couple of those big ones, but some smaller ones all together. I think it's cool. What I don't like is when everything's the exact same size, because then that most likely means like, this guy bought 10,000 hand sanitizers or 10,000 tissue boxes or something stupid. When I see different boxes, different sizes, different labels, this one's kind of ripped, this one looks new, I'm like, okay, this is like random stuff. That's what I like to see. I don't like the units where it's like, yeah, I bought a unit and it's just 10,000 of the same thing. It might be money, but like there's no content in that. It's boring. I like the mystery. I like ripping open a box and having no idea what I'm about to see.
Mama G said that you can do an Amazon registry and add the store gift cards like to the registry from Amazon. Okay. But like I said, as far as the registry goes and sending stuff, obviously if you send something already, that's great. Thank you. But if ones that want to see, if we want something in particular or like a certain store gift card or something, then we will let you guys know when we put that out and put it together and whatnot.
Maybe eventually in a few weeks or something, we'll come up with another video like update, and then we'll just include all that once we figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I think the 20-week appointments when they do like the whole anatomy thing, right? Mm-hmm. So we should have a bunch more pictures and whatnot.
September 7th.
All right. It's annoying me that we have to wait till like 30 weeks or something to do the 3D thing. That's what they tell us, like 30 weeks or 28 to 32 weeks, but they recommend 30 to do like the 3D imaging. I'm like, why not 28 and 30? We'll see. I feel like I don't think I'm going to be able to wait. I'm impatient as you know what.
Yeah.
So you got rid of all this clothes. What clothes? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if I missed another comment.
Missed something.
I don't know what I missed, but I don't know.
Frosted Sleep. We have one of the like bedside ones. So we have the bedside one, and then we can, carry it downstairs or roll it wherever, and the side goes up and can be a regular bassinet, and it even goes deeper. It could be like a crib, almost like a portable crib.
Yeah, we have the real crib set up already, and that bassinet thing set up, and everyone's like, you can reuse it, but I'm like, I don't know how fast this dude's gonna grow, because like, I know, for example, me, like I grew extremely fast as a kid. Like you can look at my school pictures from literally preschool to high school, and I was always like this much taller than everybody until I got to like, 10th, 11th grade. And there's a few other really tall people, but like preschool through middle school, I was like always way taller than everybody. So I grew really fast. So I don't know, like genetically, is he going to grow really fast? Yeah, I don't know. Or just be really tall in general. We'll see.
I think it's interesting. Like our chat right now is so split. I feel like most of the women are like, how are you feeling? What did you get?
Yeah.
And all this stuff. And all the guys are like, what's your best store dude?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I like to see like who we actually like have paying attention.
Yeah. No, it is interesting. It is interesting. Mm-hmm. What was I about to say? I don't know. I keep like
second thing. No,
I keep thinking of something based off of a comment, then like I start talking about something else, and I go back to look for the comment, and it's gone. Then I'm like,
American Dreamer said that one locker with all the pants and new clothes and packages. That was
in California.
Uh-huh.
Which one?
The one that I'm thinking of. It was all the like jackets and sweatpants. The first Christmas video, the giveaway video that we did, we gave those clothes away at that event. For like families that didn't have like winter clothes.
So there's that one, and then there's the one we bought in California with all the baby stuff, which was like a month before we found out we were having a baby.
That was literally like a month before.
Yeah, it was literally like a month before.
March.
So yeah, I think we sold all that to Alex, store stalker, and he sold a bunch of it at the flea market because we were about to leave like California in a few days, and like that would have taken up our whole van.
Moonman, yeah, we still want to do something for Christmas every year. We just don't know exactly what, because I mean we want to do obviously similar things, but we just don't want to do the same event every year. We just want to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, I've been trying to brainstorm ideas to still do something like that, but to mix it up this year.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do something. I'm not gonna do nothing because it's like super fun. I love that about Christmas time. It's so fun.
Thank you, Mad Dog. Great video. The Store Drops Pirate and Unspeakable.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was,
That was fun. Have you guys? I'm gonna put that in the chat. You guys should watch this because I feel like most people here aren't gonna be subscribed because he's like most of his audience is kids, but he's already got 1.4 million views on that video. Man, check out this video one day when you guys are bored.
So they have 16 million subscribers. I remember when I first got the email, I thought it was a scam.
I did. I thought it was a scam. I was like looking into them, like looking into the person's email. Like I did a background search on the person that emailed us just to see where they, come from. I feel like Dexter has been like so desperate to like be a 24/7 now.
See?
What?
He just wants to be next to me and roll.
It makes me sick. He sheds too much.
He sheds a lot because he's so long haired, but he like yesterday, he wanted to get up on my lap like the whole day. And like when I just went upstairs to use the bathroom and I was talking to your mom a little bit, like the whole time he was just like following me around and be like, man. I just like picked him up one time and pet him and then put him down. He was still trying to follow me downstairs.
Yeah, we don't let the cats in the basement at all. Nobody comes in the basement. The basement's our domain. Yeah. But yeah, I don't want no animals down here. I guess that makes it true. I guess when Broly's born, Brandon has to be demoted now.
Uncle Jimmy. Not demoted.
No, I mean like name change. A legal name change.
And Broly will be Broly.
Let's see.
No, I'll probably switch it. It'll be Uncle.
Yeah.
Brandon will be Uncle Brandon.
I guess so. I've never found any gold coins, so no. Found a lot of silver, but never found no gold coins. Found gold jewelry. I can't even lie here, and we just sell it. I don't keep track of it.
It would be cool if we melted it all down and just had like gold bars, silver bars. If we kept it all. It would just look cool.
Yeah, no, it would. Just have a giant gold bar.
Yeah, we're like,
but I don't know. I'd rather just sell it. I always hear this thing like people always are like, when the world goes crazy and the dollar crashes, gold and silver are going to be the most valuable metal in the world. And I'm like, no, I think lead is because if the world crashes and you have a gold bar and I have a gun, after 2 minutes, I have a gun and a gold bar. So, I say if the world crashes, lead's the most valuable metal in the world. We got plenty of that. That's just the reality of it, Let's see. That's an interesting and random question.
What made you buy the Kia van, and would you do a review on it?
Would I do a review? No, that's just not what we do. I was like,
sorry. Well, I mean, we'll tell you what we think about it now.
I love that thing. Like, so what happened was we took a trip to Florida. Us two and Brandon and Rachel, my brother and his girlfriend, went to Florida, and we rented what the heck was it?
Chrysler Pacifica.
Yeah, that was a Chrysler Pacifica, and that was like the first time I'd driven in a minivan. I rode in a minivan. And it was just so freaking comfortable. So then we were like, we got to get one of these for like road trips because the car leaves us to where we can't fit anything. Mm-hmm. And then the truck, it only has the front seat. And plus, it's just terrible on gas. Let's be real. It's a pickup truck. So I was like, I wanted something to where if we want to go, 6 of us deep, we can. But if it's only 2 of us, we have a ton of room. And if it's 4 of us, we still have a ton of room. And a van was like the perfect thing. Mm-hmm. So then we just started researching which ones have the most leg room and which ones, have the high safety ratings and blah, 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 blah. And Kia crushes. Yeah. It's weird because like not long ago they were like just looked at as such like a, low end car brand, but now like they're just crushing safety ratings and everything year after year. They're just improving so fast.
I keep reading about their minivans. Like they're trying to, what's the word? Like the look of them, how they look, they're trying to switch from like a minivan looking car to more of an SUV looking minivan, I guess, because it's more modern, more in, like nobody wants a minivan. Minivans are cool, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, even like room wise, like there's tons of room. I don't think you've ever sat in the second row, but you can move the second row seats up and back.
But I drive it comfortably.
Comfortably in the driver's seat too for him. I mean, he has like this much room between like his knee and the front.
Yeah, I literally have more room to drive in the van than I do in my freaking truck, which is crazy to me because I always thought the truck was like the best thing for like somebody that's my height. So it's like the van is super comfy. I love that thing. Let's see. Where was that? The most valuable thing. Gun collection, man. Gun collection. I still, but it's like it was the most valuable, but it wasn't because we didn't sell it. Not one single bullet or gun from that unit. We kept all of it. But if we would have sold it, would have been, I think, easily cleared 25,000, 30,000 on it. But I just can't sell guns. Like, I just love them too much. I have so many guns I haven't even got to fire yet. I just keep them because I'm like, eventually I'll fire them. It's just cool. And it's just always, it's kind of, guns are kind of like gold and silver in a way too. Like, they're never going to lose value. And they might go down a little bit, but they're never really going to lose value. They're always going to hold their value. And like, if some crazy thing happened and I just needed money desperately, I could sell guns if I needed to, or sell ammo if I needed to. It's kind of just like this thing I like to keep, but it's also like I know I got this much money if I ever need it to.
Hopefully you guys can't hear me chewing rice.
Yeah. Kelly, I don't know. My hope is that we can like have stuff done ahead of time, but it's so hard to tell. I can't even tell you until it happens. You know what I mean? It's like such a new experience. I've heard so many like mothers be like, "Oh, I was like laid up in bed for 6 weeks," and so many others be like, "Yeah, I could walk out of the house, but I was fine the day of." Yeah, it just depends on how it goes and how everything happens. It's just so unknown right now. I agree with KT. I really don't have many knives. I don't keep knives like that. I keep like a couple, but I like guns. Favorite gun in your collection? Okay, let's break it into categories. Favorite handgun is the 1911 with the American flag print on it, or I like the Glock 19 too. I say the 1911. Favorite rifle, either the M4 or AK-47, one of the two. I say M4. It's just a little more accurate, but that boom of the AK is just, I love it. It just depends how you're feeling that day. Are you feeling power or precision? Power AK, precision M4. Yeah.
We'll definitely keep doing storage units.
Oh yeah.
Or just how long of a break we'll need.
Yeah, it just depends. We're not stopping. This is all I ever want to do. Sure, Jill.
Sure.
A baby blanket.
I don't know what to tell you to put on it. I mean, then you can just use your creative mind and just make one.
Yeah. Sister is getting a cat tomorrow. I don't think she needs to worry.
Advice.
I don't know. We've had enough cats that I feel like I should have better advice for you. But like, they're so easy. Like, just
yeah. I mean, they clean themselves. You just make sure they have food and water. So what I've heard about like other cats is like getting them to eat certain like soft foods. Like for us personally, we put down Friskies hard food like all day. They have that all day, and water, obviously. I usually put ice in the water because I figured they like cold water.
Yeah.
That's just, spoiled cats thing. You don't have to do that. And then like for soft food, they like Friskies. But I mean, obviously if they don't eat Friskies, and you could try different brands. It depends on like, what you can afford, I guess, because some of the brands like do get up there in price. That's why I just stick with Friskies, because it's like, kind of in the middle. It's not too cheap to where it's like Dollar Tree soft food, but it's, not super expensive. And my thing is like, if they're not going to eat that, they have hard food. Yeah. And then try to, I don't know how many she's getting. If it's just one, I think 1 or 2 litter boxes, depending on how big your house is, where you want certain ones. And yeah, just try not to put it near the food bowl is what I've heard, but mine is, and they still use it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You just have to like experiment.
That's an interesting question. Most unique find. You know what? One that stands out to me that was so random, and it's not that it was expensive, but not like super expensive. Was like a $300, or actually it was like $280, I think. Like little tiny, those little, those little half 5x5 lockers. We bought it in Virginia Beach, and I didn't even realize it at first, but I was just going through, and they had cards, and they had a Japanese box of Pokemon cards. I didn't think nothing of it. Then somebody said in the comments, you need to look that up. I looked it up, and it was like a $2,200 box of Japanese Pokemon cards. It came out of a $280 unit, and I didn't even realize it all at first. And I was like, okay, that's nice. Aaron, this varies so much from state to state. I don't even like to give advice, because it's like something that could be completely legal here and get you thrown in prison like a state over. So it's like, it's crazy like that. But in Virginia, what we were told is you contact the police, or if the facility sees the guns, a lot of them around here will do it ahead of time, and they run the serial number on it. And if it's not stolen, it's yours. If you want to sell it, you got to do something else. You got to pay some like $25 fee, and I forgot what it was, but I never sold them, so I just keep them. So that's all they do is run the serial number and make sure they're not stolen or, wanted in any way. But I can't even tell you how to sell it. I've never sold a gun in my life. Let's see. Would I buy a Gatling gun? That would be pretty cool. I have shot one before, though, at Cody, Wyoming. There's a shooting range, and you can pay, like 40, $50 also, and get the Gatling gun on there with 100 rounds. So that was pretty cool. I get shot it before. But, yeah. Let's see.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you. What storage unit scared you the most? Nothing scared me. Nothing.
The only thing that kind of, I'm not like fear scared, is just when, like, there's mice presence.
Yeah.
And you don't know what else is in there. You don't know what they've pooped or peed on.
You don't know what box you're going to open it.
Right.
Surprise!
Right. You don't know if there's a live one in there. You don't know when you're going to come across a dead one.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that kind of make me nervous.
Like, I'll be honest with you. If I get a unit and I, like, open a box and I see a mouse, unless I'm in a mood where I think we can make it funny, I'm just out. I'm like, all right, calling junk removal. I'm not going in there. Especially right now, I'm pregnant. Like, if I see cockroaches or mice, like, we're done. Like, I'm just going to pay junk removal to come get it. I'm not dealing with it right now.
It's too much, they carry too much diseases.
Yeah. Most valuable guitar you found? Remember that one in California?
Grateful Dead one.
Yeah, it was so
it was like
random.
Red, white, and blue Grateful Dead one. What did we sell it for?
Like $500 or $600 out of a $90 unit, I think. The unit was so weird. It was just like a bunch of trash on the floor, literally like junk, and then a guitar case in the corner. And we just bought it for $90, and it was like a $600 Grateful Dead guitar in there. And I was like, no way. I was expecting it to be one of those like $40 Walmart, whatever, but it was a $600 one. And I was like, well, you never know. You actually never know. UFC conference. Oh, we're gonna watch it later, 100%. Yeah. I'm so interested in this weekend, man. Like I love this fight. I love the whole Sean O'Malley and Sterling fight. It's gonna be so freaking interesting because they both have like such a style to beat each other, and I feel like the fact that everybody's giving Sugar Sean absolutely no chance is crazy to me. Like, I think more than likely Sterling wrestles him and submits him, chokes him out. That's my guess. But to give somebody like him with that length and reach and punching power no chance, and you've seen Sterling get KO'd stiff like against Marlon Moraes, so it's possible. It's not like he's got a super jaw and never been finished. I think it's possible that O'Malley can catch him. But if you had to ask me what I guess, I'm saying Sterling by rear naked choke. Mm-hmm. Or arm triangle, one of the two. Rear naked choke or arm triangle. But we'll see. Both of us, really. It depends on the video, by the way. Baby's doing great. Worst storage unit you bought? There's two kinds of worse, okay? There's most money loss, and then there's just absolutely disgusting. Most money loss was the one in Oklahoma. I would say $3,100 what we paid for the unit, and there was maybe like $200 worth of sellable stuff in there. It was just a setup scam, absolute garbage. But the grossest one still has to be that $40 one in Maryland, man. Like, even though value, it wasn't that bad. We paid $40 and we got like 2 swords, a PlayStation 4. Like, there's some decent stuff in there, but there was just pea bottles, man gravy bottles, dead turtle in the what do you call it, aquarium. It was just disgusting. It was just awful. Yeah, that was all. That was way back early when we first started doing this too. So like, I didn't have a truck or a van. We had a freaking car. I had to put that stuff in the trunk in the back seat and drive all the way home with the windows down. Like, that was awful. Yeah, it was memorable though. It's funny. Okay, let's see. I'm about to. What? Do you know why the units get put up for sale? Well, because you don't pay.
Instead of family members taking over it.
Because a lot of times they just don't know. Like, for one, if you're renting a unit and you don't pay for 3 months, they don't have anyone else's contact besides yours. And most of the time when people don't pay, they're not going to answer their call. So After 3 months, they sell it. But a lot of times, like, people don't take into consideration, like for the gun one, for example, everybody's like, oh, that was been staged. They could have just sold 2 guns and made it. But what if they're dead? What if they're in prison? What if they're in the hospital? What if there's so many options that are there that people don't realize? Like, I'm pretty sure the guy that owned that unit was dead from what we found online. So it's like his family probably never even knew it was there. He was just paying for it and then died one day, and then the unit went up for auction. I bet you 100%. My still thought on that one was that was his hidden stash. He didn't want like his wife or something to find out about. That's why he kept it in a storage unit. And then probably die, and then boom, there's.
Didn't want her to see all the money he's been spent on guns.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what my thought was with that one. I still believe that's how it happened. Let's see. Native American? Not really. Thank you, Mama G.
Bye.
Peace. Stillwater, like I said earlier, it really depends on the state, man. It really depends on the state. If you're in like DC, Maryland, California, good luck. Good luck. Virginia, some of the better states, it's not hard at all. You just make sure they're not stolen. I don't know about selling them, but it's like if you're keeping them, just make sure they're not stolen. That's it. It's really easy. Could Jake Paul be his brother in an MMA fight? I mean, Logan, they both wrestled, didn't they? I think both the Paul brothers were wrestlers. So I don't know. I don't know. Boxing, yes.
Logan's bigger, but I know not much bigger. So it'll come down to, what's the word? Like strategy or
technique.
Yeah.
Jake Paul, like people just don't like to give him credit because he's a YouTuber. They like to say he's crap, he's blah blah blah. He's just fake, and like they just want to act like he sucks because he's a YouTuber. They just don't. They get mad. But he's better than people want to give him credit for, and he's using the skills he used on YouTube to make millions of dollars doing it in boxing. Like it's just so funny as somebody like me who is a huge fight fan and obviously a huge YouTube fan because that's what we do. It's so blatantly obvious to watch, and then people just like eat it up. Like they talk about him all day, and he's smart. He's smart, so smart. He just freaking he gets people to talk about him all day. Like it's YouTube 101. That's YouTube 101. You want to make people talk about you. That's it, and he does it. And they all think they're like proving a point by like roasting him and talking negatively about him, and you're giving him exactly what he wants. You're doing all his marketing for him. And it's just so funny to watch from the outside looking in. I feel like we have such a unique perspective being YouTubers, so I get that business. But also, I've been a huge fight fan for like 20 years, so I get that business too. And just watching it interchange is just hilarious to me. Yep. He's just playing people like a fiddle, and they don't get it. And it's so funny. Have you ever found a stolen gun? No. Everything we found has always been clean. I don't know anyone that's found a stolen gun, actually. Surprised actually because I feel like a storage unit, but then again, if you sign up to rent a unit, you got to put your name and credit card on there, so it wouldn't be the best place to keep a gun because most of them will not let you take cash, so it's probably not the best place to put a gun. Let's see. That's a funny question.
Would we ever go to Canada and buy a unit just for fun to see what treasure we could find? Of course we would.
Yeah, we're actually leaving in October to go to Canada. I don't know about if we're going to 100% buy a unit there, but if I see one, I will because I want to buy one in Canada. I think it would be fun.
So we would either have to try junk removal, which I don't know how that is up there. I wouldn't even know how to pay him. How do you pay him?
Venmo, Cash App, something like that. Well, I mean, a lot of we're going to Niagara and then driving up to Toronto. I know last time we were up there, a lot of places in Niagara and Toronto still took US dollars too.
True.
But they just know how to do it smart. They're like, yeah, we take US dollars but it's like the same ratio, so they're just making way more money. But I mean, I'll just use an ATM there. You can still pull out Canadian dollars from a US card. We did it before. But yeah.
So maybe depends on how it looks. If it's small enough, the size.
I can't buy no 10 by 30s.
Right.
But there's a little 5x5 with some cool stuff in there. I definitely want to do it. Nah, you don't have to. You don't have to. I brought a lot of stuff back before. One time we went to Canada, there was this weird discount store, and they had these little pocket knives in there. They were cool knives. I think they'd be $10 or $15 knives, and they were selling them for 99 cents Canadian, which was only 74 cents US. I forgot how many we bought of those. It was ridiculous, but I didn't pay nothing. It just depends. I don't know, but I'd probably sell anything. I wouldn't, unless it's small, I wouldn't bring it home anyway. I'd try to sell off stuff while I'm in Canada. So, you know what I mean? Make it like that.
So maybe whoever is in Canada, if we go to Niagara and Toronto, we can see you guys.
Yeah. Ooh, go to CN Tower. Or no, I want to go to Niagara Falls again.
Well, of course we'll go to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
We're also 100% going to CN Tower. So if any of you guys are and we'll probably do the Maid and the Miss boat ride too.
Yeah, that's Niagara too.
But if any of you guys are from Niagara or Toronto or just know stuff in there, what's cool stuff to do? Something, because obviously we're probably going to want to go to different toy stores there because they sell different Dragon Ball stuff in Canada that's not released in the US. So that's 100% what we would want to do. But we also want to come up with other stuff to do, with our family.
100%.
So if you guys have any ideas.
No, 100%. It's going to be fun. We haven't been to Canada in a few years. I mean, like what, 2016 or something like that? Right? I don't remember either. 2016, 2017. Something like that. Barrel rides. Yeah, just go off in Niagara. That would be so great.
Fred K, yes, we found Dragon Ball items in a storage unit.
Oh, yeah. Not many, but
no.
I'd say remember the one unit that probably had the most was the guy that had like 7 of the buildable figures in like the little crystal ball that like shines up. He had one with Goku in it and one with, I think, Shenron. I don't remember, but he had like maybe 8 or 9 Dragon Ball things in it. That's probably the most I've ever found in any unit. There was one when we were traveling across the country last time. There was one unit in Colorado, but it got canceled last minute. But it had just like all those boxes, like the resin statues, are shipped in from like Japan or China to the United States. I couldn't tell which animes they were, but it was a 5x5, like floor to ceiling, and all just those resin boxes. And I was trying to get it so bad. I was top bidder, and it got canceled with like 30 minutes left. And I was like, man, that was going to be so much fun. But they got me. What is the best unit you've ever found? Again, I feel like a broken record when I say this, but that gun unit, man,
yes.
Nothing can compete with that gun unit. I'm hoping the one we go to tomorrow can compete with it value-wise. We'll see. But it's still not going to have the same like oomph to it because it's not guns. But still, I think value-wise, it's potential to beat that one if the stuff's in there. It could definitely beat that one. We'll see tomorrow. Let's see.
I was just thinking about
this. Yes, please do.
Yeah.
What?
If we go to the PO box and we have like any baby things or whatever, we need to record it for the next baby update video.
No, yeah, for sure. Taking the Niagara. Yeah, we've taken the boat tour. We've never taken the thing where you go like behind the falls. That's what I'm interested in.
But I think there's 3 different things to do. I think Maid of the Mist was the boat ride where you get like a poncho and they take you like pretty close to the water. And then there's one where you like walk behind.
Yeah, I never got to do that one.
I think that was like Cave of the Winds or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody said this last night, and I went and looked, and we had it off. But thank you, Angela. Yeah. Let's see. What is your favorite toy that we found in the unit? No, we haven't found much.
Favorite toy?
I mean, do you count game systems? I remember we found a Super Nintendo with some games.
Yeah.
I would say that's like
I don't have a favorite toy.
Yeah, I don't know. And
Donna, no, we're not going to go see Taylor Swift. We're not Taylor Swift fans.
No.
We don't listen to Taylor Swift.
But am I in the car? I'm like the most polar opposite of somebody that's in the cars you'll ever meet. Like I have absolutely no interest in cars at all. I know nothing about them, and I have no interest in them. Like literally for me, I'm like, does it run? Can it get me to point A to point B? And does it have space?
Yeah.
That's literally it. Besides like the very basics, I can't do nothing for a car. I mean, and the sad part is I worked at Toyota for like 1.5 years, so I could do like the most basic of things. Check the fluids, change the tire, put gas in it. Other than that, not very much. That's one of the few states we haven't been to yet, huh? Wisconsin. No, we've been to like 37 of the 50 states, I think.
So we need to go northeast. So like we've been to New York and New Jersey, but nowhere north of that.
Yeah.
And then we need to take a road trip up to the north and over west.
We haven't been
furthest over. So we went to like Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, but we've never been like up to Wisconsin or Michigan or Minnesota.
Been to Michigan.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot we stopped in Michigan.
Yeah. We never been to
Wisconsin, Minnesota.
Yeah. North Dakota.
Montana was a very short period of time, I think.
Yeah. We're in Montana for like 20 minutes.
Because we went through like Yellowstone and we came out of that gate and then just turned back around.
Yeah. And then like Idaho and Washington.
Yeah.
Never been to any of those. And then Hawaii, Alaska.
Yes.
I want to go to Alaska, but it's like, I don't know why. Like, I'm just so unmotivated to go to Hawaii just because I hate the sun and I hate people. And I feel like that's the whole environment is just tons of beaches, tons of sun, tons of people. And it's like, I don't like going to the beach. Like, if I go to the beach, like, I don't even go to the sand. Like, I never go near the water or the sand or anything. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. I don't have no interest in it.
And we say that now, but just to let you guys know, like when Broly's born and he's like at that age, like we're taking him everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be different.
Yes,
It's
because
gonna
like
make everything different.
we've talked about this so much. It's like certain things you do, like when you're a kid. Like he used to go to Ocean City like every year, and then like the last time that we went, it was just like meh. Like it's the nostalgia, but at the same time, it's like this is like I've done this so many times. Like I'm an adult now, it's just different. But when you have a kid, you get to take them there, and you're like, oh my god, everything's new again.
Yeah, it's just I mean that's the best way to put it. I was so bored last time we went to Ocean City, and I'm like,
it's so sad though.
It is. I used to love this place so much when I was little. Like, it was so fun to go. And last time I went, I was just like, okay,
cool.
But, yeah,
we just took it as like, all right, we're out of the house.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it.
I mean, but it is nostalgic in a way, especially for you. You went a lot more than me, but still.
Yeah. Ocean City was our place as a kid. That's where like we always went on a summer vacation for like 6 days in the summer. But yeah, it was a fun place. But it's like you said, like going to the carnival and stuff just feels pointless as an adult. That's how I felt with half the prizes. I'm like, I don't want to stuff Tasmanian devil. What am I gonna do with this?
Hang it up somewhere.
Yeah. But it's weird. Like I don't like playing the games as much, but I like to watch other people play the games. Like I remember that 30-minute video we watched of some dude playing all the carnival games trying to win the prize, and I'm like,
I want to do that.
What the heck?
That seems so fun.
Yeah.
Make a video like that when we next carnival we go to.
Have you ever been noticed at UFC events? I don't think so that I remember, but we've been to a lot of fights, so I don't.
I've seen you guys on TV at weigh-ins and press conferences.
Yeah, we've been to a lot of fights.
I think so.
I mean, I think we've been to like probably 15 to 20 UFC events, so we've been to a lot. Some of the people, like, it's so funny, like some of the people, like the people that work there recognize us and stuff. Like, remember I forgot what, I think it was the one Usman versus Masvidal or something, where one of the guys was like, see, yeah, these people come, he pointed out, like, they've come, I've seen them in Tennessee, this, and then I was like, yeah, you have.
Yeah.
He recognizes. And I don't know how hardcore you're into the UFC, but like there was fighters like Dennis Bermudez, he doesn't fight, he retired. Like if we met him one time at an event, like for a thing, and like we ended up just playing the UFC game and watching the fights.
It was a restaurant.
Yeah. We ended up playing the game and watching the card with him for like 3 hours. So like every time we went to his fights and he was there, he would always come out like just to us and talk to us for a few minutes.
He was like, hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Like, hi, you remember us?
Michael Johnson was another one. That was a funny story because like they had an event in Northern Virginia where I was from, and he was doing a meet and greet at Metro PCS, but they put the completely wrong address on the poster. But I knew where the Metro PCS was because it was in my area, so I went right there. Nobody came, like, because they screwed it up, and we didn't, tell nobody that until it was almost over. So we just sat there and talked with Michael Johnson for like an hour and a half about. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was the time when the Black Zillions were in Ultimate Fighter, because we were trying to get him to like tell us stuff about the Ultimate Fighter, and he's like, I can't. I signed a non-disclosure, this. But yeah, that was funny. We had a lot of cool experiences with fighters.
We went to a live fight like after that, not too long after that, I think, and we were like where the fighters come out, and Brandon tried to grab Michael Johnson's hat off his.
Yeah, he was walking out with somebody.
And Michael Johnson like snatched it so fast and then just like pointed up and was like, hey. And then Brandon was like, that was the fastest I think I've ever seen anyone's hands move.
Because it's so different when you see them in person. Like when you watch it on TV is one thing, but when you're like in the presence and you just see like the hand speed and reaction, it's like, oh my God. Like one of the craziest fighters I've ever seen in person was Jose Aldo when he fought. Because like the hand speed and combination speed just seems like a freaking video game. Like he's just so good. But yeah, that was so much fun.
Bye, Jill. Thanks for hanging out.
I feel like we always get stuck in UFC conversations.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ben Rothwell's fun. He was a funny guy. He was awkward. Remember that one post-fight conference? I forgot who he fought. Yeah. UFC, nothing yet.
And then they just asked him a question. Like that was supposed to be like
that was supposed to be his end statement. Was it Joe Rogan just right after asked him something else?
Yeah, I can't remember what announcer it was.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to remember what other funny thing. Oh, remember in Brooklyn, New York. I'm on a tangent again. We were in Brooklyn, New York because we were going to the open workouts to see Anderson Silva live when he fought Derek Brunson. And I bought like a replica belt, like the real ones are like $500. And Brandon had a Funko Pop of Anderson Silva. So we had to walk like an hour and a half in the snow. It sucked. But we got there And Anderson Silva came only to us. He signs my belt, signs Brandon's pop, and then walks back out to the stage. And I was like,
Cool.
okay, cool. Yeah. I still have a belt signed by Anderson Silva, which is pretty cool.
That's easy.
Yeah, if I had to pick boxing. I used to like wrestling. They made it too PG to where it's just unwatchable for me now. Like in the early 2000s when I was younger, I watched it. But like I just can't no more. It's too PG. I miss the old days, like DX suck it, blood and cussing each other and like more interesting. Now it's just it's too much. It's too much. But I mean, they don't really have a choice. They have to comply.
Mm-hmm.
I was right next to Andre the Giant. That's pretty cool. The most you spend on a unit, $5,680, I think was that gun unit. $5,680. About that. I've only spent over $5,000 twice. That one and that toy unit was like a little over $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a little over $4,000. So I got another funny story. Speaking of wrestlers, this is a long time ago. Batista. He lives in Arlington, which is right by where we used to live at. Me and a friend from high school were at an event. This was like right after he was supposed to have, got his arm broken in Monday Night Raw the day before. And then he came out of the arena, and of course, like he wasn't in character or nothing, so he didn't have his arm in the sling or nothing. But I was like, "Hey, man, that arm healed quick, huh? It was only a day." And he was like, "Yeah, it's amazing what medicine can do, huh?" But that was just so funny. But he was dying laughing too. He thought it was hilarious. That was the only interaction we had with Batista, but it was funny. My uncle ran into him at an IHOP one time because he lived, like I said, 10, 15 minutes from where I grew up and lived. So he was kind of like a local. Everybody knew about him in the area. But it was cool.
That's an interesting question. If you had to choose one, what would it be? YouTube, UFC, or DBZ?
You're basically asking me if I had to choose one organ to keep, would I choose my heart, my lungs, or my brain? I can't live without all of them. I can't pick that. I can't.
I mean,
I can't.
I would have thought, I understand why you wouldn't want to give up UFC DBZ. Don't get me wrong. But I would think that YouTube would be the one that you would choose because it gives you the livelihood or ability to, do what you want. The other two don't.
But I feel like Dragon Ball molded me into me. I'm the person I am because of Dragon Ball. I feel like it's such a motivation. People that don't watch anime just don't get it. You think it's just a cartoon. It's so much deeper than that.
That's in the past though. So it's already molded you. So if you had to choose one now.
But I mean, there would be no point of making lots of money and being fine if I wasn't just not happy. And I need Dragon Ball. I need it in my life.
You'd find something else.
I could. No. No, I can't. What time is it there? It's 6:42 here. Now, I believe some states have yes and no, because everyone always tells me California's got the best this, California's got the best that, and I bought all our best units we ever bought were here in Virginia, so I think it really depends. I think it just depends on where people's at. How much stuff do you have? Man, we keep trying to do this. We have so many items for auctions, but it's just something always just pops up, and yeah, we definitely need to do it soon. But I just don't know if I want to start doing exclusively Whatnot or staying on YouTube. Because Whatnot was just such a game changer for me. It made things so quick and easy compared to YouTube. Remember we had the 60 item auction on YouTube? It took over 8 hours. And then we had 60 items on Whatnot. It took an hour and 40 minutes. And I'm like, that's 6 hour difference. It's so hard to go back. I don't know. But we're definitely going to plan on doing it. Yeah. What made us start buying? I wish I had a cool story. I really do. But I have the generic answer that I feel like a lot of people give. And that's just that I love the shows. And then I went and did it. There's nothing else after that. But to be honest, one of the biggest things I had kind of a cool story is you guys that know our backstory know we tried to do YouTube for a lot of years before this channel took off and always, wanted to find some niche. And I remember we watched all of the storage auction show. Then I went to YouTube because I wanted to watch more of it, and we had watched it all. And there was absolutely nobody on YouTube doing storage units besides Storage Auction Pirate. So there's only one guy. And I was just like, ooh, these shows are highly successful with millions of viewers. Nobody's doing this on YouTube. This is a wide open avenue right now. And I remember at the time we were doing dumpster diving videos, and we bought our first storage unit. and that video just crushed everything else we've ever done on the channel. And I was like, we found it. We found the thing. We found the thing. And been hooked since then. Hi, Peggy. Doing great. She's just over here. Just went in the bathroom. I like Rumble, but the problem is it just has none of the audience that YouTube does. It's like a little tiny fraction of the size, you know? If it can get as big as YouTube, that would be great, because like being able to actually, you know, have free speech is kind of cool. And being able to do things would be like, there's so many videos I would love to do with guns that I can't do on YouTube because YouTube is YouTube. But like so many like ideas I had that would be so cool to do with guns. We've been thinking of just doing it and just putting it on like Rumble and just seeing. But the viewer base is just so much smaller. We'll see. I could be any DBZ character. Who would I be? Gohan. Gohan's the perfect mix, you know? He's like super skilled, super powerful, but at the same time, lives a happy life, married, takes care of his daughter, got a good job and everything. He's the best mix. Where like can be the best fighter. He has the potential to be the best fighter in the world. I feel like he knows it, but he's just like, it's okay. I don't need to. This is more important to me.
I'd be Piccolo because like I can still fight, but I'm like really smart. And then, you know, he was a good dad to Gohan, so like he's a good parent too. He takes care of Pan.
Yeah, he takes care of Pan. I don't know if I consider him good for Gohan. He beat his, you know what, when he was like 7.
It's tough love.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's fun. Most expensive thing I ever found in the like single item. I feel like it'd have to be the Pokemon card. Or no, well, we still have that art piece that we still never sold. It's supposedly valued at $25,000. So still sitting there. I forget too.
You guys always remind us.
Yeah, I know.
And then I'll think about it for the next like 10 minutes, and then it's gone again.
What's your favorite gun to shoot?
God, there's so many to like remember in my head. Like handgun wise, I just feel like any like, you know, a Glock or 1911, like I don't know. I don't see much difference in handguns personally, unless it's like revolver or like black powder.
Yeah.
You know, like that. But I mean, I would just say Glock or 1911. And then shotguns are fun to shoot.
They are. They don't get enough recognition.
So I honestly like I would probably pick like a shotgun over like an AR. And I just fun to shoot.
I don't know. That's hard. That's really
okay.
Hard.
So I don't have a specific shotgun. I just any shotgun. Maybe like the tactical one that we have, but I would say like maybe the AK. Yeah,
the AK is fine. They're all fun. It's hard to pick.
It is hard to pick.
I also like trying to zero in like long range shots. It's fun too. Like the rifles that can shoot like, you know, like 100, 200 yards. It's fun to try to just realize how accurate you can put like a freaking 1-inch little thing from like 300-400 feet away. It's interesting. That's interesting. So by my bedside, I have a chambered loaded 9mm or 17 rounds. That's my moment where like if I need to have something immediately, it's chambered and loaded and it's ready. But like we have a super, you know, good security system. If I see somebody coming and I have, you know, 10 seconds before that, my wall right next to me, I have a AR-15 loaded, 30 rounds, one in the chamber, flashlight, red dot, foregrip. So that's my go-to. I want the most punching power and the most possible chances. So that's my go-to if I have to. But if I'm at a real fast rush, I'll grab the pistol. It's good to have options, you know. Yeah. A lot of people say shotguns, and I get it, but like a bird's eye, like a 12 gauge, if you shoot somebody like from the front door to our stairs, I feel like it's not enough to throw them down. Like if you get hit with an AR, you get hit. That's it. That's it. Whether you I feel like with a handgun, like if you miss kind of and it lands in like a shoulder, they could be okay for a second. But like an AR, if it hits you in the leg, if it hits you in the arm, it hits you in the stomach, GG's. Like you're gone. It's good. It's over. That's why I feel like I like them. Let's see. Automatic BB gun. I hate that fair game. My God.
It's so fun though.
I remember one time I technically should have won, but he didn't tell me the rules because I did it one time and they were like, I had to specifically ask the guy. I was probably 13. What do I have to do? No star left, right? And he's like, yeah, there's no star left. You win. It's like, okay. So I took the thing, took it right across the top of the paper, and just took the whole bottom of the thing. I'm like, no, you can't do that. I was like, why not? I just shot the whole bottom of the paper off just in a straight line. And now, like everywhere you go, they say that's the rule. But they didn't let me win. They let me shoot again for free, but they didn't let me win. It's like that. You got to say that. You told me I get 100 bullets in here and there can be no star left. I shot the gun, 100 bullets, and there was no star left. I should have won.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I think kids should be brought up to know that it's just a tool. Like, it's crazy to me how many adults are so fearful of guns, and I feel like it's because they're never taught or raised or put around
educated at all.
Yeah.
So like there definitely comes a certain age where you teach your kids about it, but at the same time, like every kid is different, so you just have to know your kid and know that they're, you know, smart enough to grasp like what you're teaching them because it's so important and, you know, unforgiving.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think it is important.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, it blows my mind still how some people are so scared of it. It's just like a tool. It's like, imagine somebody walking up by a car and being like, oh my God, there's a car. Like, it's just a tool. Like, it's just an inanimate object. It's just going to sit there. Like, it doesn't think, it doesn't move, it doesn't walk. It just sits there. You know what I mean? I don't know. Have I ever found an ounce of gold? I found about $1,000 in gold. We only got $860 for it because we took it to Pawn Stars for a video.
What things we do for video.
Yeah, it probably would have been more like $1,500, $2,000 in gold. So it was all jewelry though. It wasn't like a bar or coins. It was all just random pieces of jewelry. So, you know,
it
made a cool video. And that video got 900,000 views or 800,000 views. So I was happy.
Worth it.
Yeah. I was so surprised about that. Remember, because a lot of times when we put out like videos traveling around the country, like they never do good. It's just like the core basis, like the bigger fans that just like enjoy us no matter what we do. Like they never do as good, but that one like did really good, and I was shocked at that. And I was like, okay. Pawn Star is just like a hot topic though, because remember on our third channel now,
Juice Ballsy.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball channel. I literally took the exact same thumbnail I used for that and slightly photoshopped it and add some Dragon Ball figures on the counter and in my hand and used the exact same thumbnail. And that video got over 500,000 views. At the time, less than 10,000 subscribers. So I'm like,
crazy.
Pawn Stars is just a hot topic. Yeah, like whatever. Like, if I could do anything with Pawn Stars, it does good. Remember we bought those crappy mystery boxes? That was a short video too, and I still did like 300,000 views. Like people just love Pawn Stars, and I get it because I do too. So
yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, it is. If you like learning the history, like learning the background and stuff, it's interesting. Which is, I feel like, why somebody you would watch what we do, because that's what we do, kind of just buy stuff and see what it's worth. So same audience. I guess that's why it trends so well. Thank you, Kathy. What's up, man? Rudolph face.
Hey.
Do you think America needs better gun control? No. I think we need idiot control.
Yes.
If I'm being honest. Yeah, we need mental illness control. That's what we freaking need. That's what we really need. Just blaming it, like, gosh, you're going to get me dragged into a political conversation, but it's like blaming an object for something somebody does with it's just so stupid. Like, if we use the same logic in any other situation, you agree with me that it's stupid. But, like, for this one, it's different.
And we always see, like, if you're going to increase gun control in America, that's just going to be for us. It's not going to help us at all. You know, the law-abiding citizens.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just going to let criminals get what they want no matter what. And then we're just like, well, I can't.
Yeah.
Because I am a good person, follow the law.
Yeah, basically. And like, if you apply the same logic to another situation, like, what if I came on here and I was like, I'm so mad that I'm overweight. It's because of the freaking forks. Like, I just hate the forks. They do this to me. I need fork control. Like, no, it's what I did with the fork. There's nothing to do with the item itself. Oh, Brian asked the new people coming in, what huge gamble did we take? Well, we just bought a storage unit for over $4,000 today, and we're about to go cleared out tomorrow, and I'm nervous about it.
Video out Sunday,
and because it's set up in a way that, like we said earlier, it only goes one of two ways. It's not going to be an okay unit. It's either going to be probably the biggest money score we've ever had, or it's a complete setup scam. There's no in between for this one. It's one or the other. So it's just like, I'm really nervous on it because it looks really good. But when something looks really good, it's also like, I don't know.
I agree, Anita.
What happened? Where'd she say?
Anita said gun control means only criminals and government will have guns, in my opinion.
Yeah, pretty much. What is the oldest gun ever found? Probably the M1 World War II M1 Garand came out of that unit, the gun unit out referenced like 40 times because I love it. But we found that it was you can check the serial number on the website. It was World War II issued Garand, and it had the bayonet with it and everything. It was super sick. I have it with the bayonet on it on my wall. It looks so cool. But I also have some old ones. Like I have a black revolver, a 38. That was like my grandfather's. Then when he passed away, he gave it to my dad. Then when my dad passed away, I have it now. So it's been one of those like passed down guns. It's 3 generations that I still have. It's older too. Man, anybody in this reselling niche with a big enough audience can get these hands. They're rated E for everyone.
So funny.
Dude, you have no idea how much I would love this.
We've talked about this before.
Go tell any other channel that does what we do if they want to catch the hands, because we can set it up anywhere. Not in a disrespectful way. I grew up
competition.
I grew up doing martial arts. I wrestled in high school. I worked at an MMA gym. I've been a fight fan for 20 years. In the most respectful way possible, I would crack somebody's face. And people would not expect it because of my, weight and physical condition now, but I guarantee you I'd fuck somebody up. Just pure technique wise, just because I know what I'm doing. Let me get in shape, but you might not make it out of that brain cage. Just saying. But yeah, in the nicest way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go spread that, guys. go spread that. Go tell your other reseller channels that they want it.
I don't think nobody wants.
What?
I don't think nobody wants it.
Oh, come on. You know how much money you can make? Think about all the money you can make just by boxing or MMA. You can just do full on MMA, make it more fun. Think about all the money you can make. Mm-hmm. I would love it so much.
It's going good, Aberdahl face. No complaints.
Yeah. Rick Harris in the door. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got a good restaurant too.
Yeah.
And he made a good. He made a good show. It's massive. He took it it's just the same. It's almost like the same route you take doing YouTube. You take something that everybody does, like we buy storage units, but then you make entertainment out of it. Now instead of just the money you make in transactions, you're making a whole new massive revenue stream just by entertaining other people. Just like the new age of entrepreneurship is digital. Like that's just the way I look at it. Like we're just creating your own product out of nothing and selling it at mass scale. And that's what YouTube allows us to do, or in his case, TV allows you to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. If you had to pick another name.
So daughter, we said this earlier. If we had a girl, it would have been Videl Rose, like Videl. It's another Dragon Ball character. Now, for another son, that makes it a little complicated.
Yeah, because so many of the names sound really Japanese, and I think Broly just sound it doesn't sound like Japanese, even though he's from it's still a Japanese character.
Yeah.
But it's Goku just sounds weird. That would be weird. I would feel weird like that. Yeah. Because
I'd want them to both be Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah. Exactly. Stone Panda, I like that name. We're doing great. Thank you, Anita. Hi, Carter. Oh, what kind of video you do when you reach 1 million subscribers? I don't know. I don't know either. You know what's cool?
This has to be a special one for sure.
Yeah, we definitely have to do something huge. Definitely. That other channel's starting to. It's still significantly smaller too. The Jeeves Ball Z channel. But it's randomly starting to gain momentum now. It's starting to move too. And I'm like, Because I remember we were talking about that for a while. And a lot of people are Dragon Ball toys is so niche that it would be hard to build an audience off that. Because that's such a specific group of people that would be interested in that. And I'm like, I don't believe that. I believe the fan base for Dragon Ball is massive. And there's potential for that to get to 1 million one day too. And it's moving pretty good. It's just hit 15,000 subscribers or 16,000 subscribers. And we just started the channel.
Mm-hmm.
February, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
And it took us YouTube from 2013 to 2017, end of 2017, to really get any momentum to pass 10K on this channel. It just goes to show you how much of it's knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It took us 4 years to hit 10K on our first channel, and then it took 4 months to hit 10K for the first time on this channel. And just you just learn so much along the way. What?
I had a random thought.
What?
Hold on. There was a question I wanted to answer before. It had to do with like an ammo brand. It said, what ammo brand do you prefer? And then like buckshot or birdshot.
It depends.
I think we used to get a lot of Federal.
Yeah, Federal is probably my favorite. But
oh, right there, Daniel, Leslie.
There it is.
And thank you, Karen.
Jeff, I hope so. And yeah, I say Federal. I'd like to hope so. You're glowing.
I know. I said thank you, Karen. I've had so many people tell me that. I don't even know what that means.
Just like feel and look happier. I feel like that's just the way it is. That's how I feel. That's a hard question there. The most inspirational person on social media or in your life? My gosh.
Social media, I mean,
that's rough.
It is rough, but I think we take a lot of information and inspiration from Mr. Beast, honestly.
Oh, yeah. That's probably
like,
number one.
We listen to everything that he puts out and watch like everything that he does just to like constantly learn from it. Especially as like philanthropy channel, like there's so many like ideas that have came to our head based on that channel.
And I feel like for me, it's because like our personalities are so similar. I feel like in the early age of YouTube, it was just all the big YouTubers were like the Jake Pauls, like the ones that were like super social, like the cool popular kid and social. And it seemed like for a while, it seemed like you had to be that guy to succeed on YouTube. But then Mr. Beast comes along. He's like, quiet, awkward, you could tell really, like I can just pick up on somebody's social cues because I'm the same way.
He's gotten better.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten
like
better.
His first videos, like giving the homeless guy 10,000, like you could tell he's just like
yeah, like exactly. I see it. I felt that so bad. Like I felt awkward watching it, and I know how he must have felt.
Yeah.
And it was just cool to see somebody like that. It's like the quiet, awkward kind of guy, like the complete opposite of what you expect, like the other guys that just completely dominate the platform now. Like he owns YouTube, and it's so cool. And
not to even just single out Mr. Beast, I just think that he puts out, like, he goes on a lot of podcasts and stuff, but like, I mean, any bigger YouTuber, anybody, bigger than us. I mean, Ryan Trahan, Eric, like,
I love him too.
We listen to everything that those guys say.
Yeah. No, yeah, I love Ryan Trahan too because he's the same. But I feel like he has the quirky personality. Like he makes this socially awkward stuff for the video.
Yeah.
I could tell like Mr. Beast is like genuinely like uncomfortable sometimes, and I felt it so much. And I feel like that's why. Especially because like I started watching him when he was so small, like not so small, but like a 1 point some million subscribers, or around 1 million subscribers, and now I see him like 170 million, like the biggest channel on the platform. It's just wild. It's cool though.
So what I was gonna say earlier, Carlos said, "Do y'all accept fan-made art?"
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, we have a couple things like back here that you can see, like right behind his. It's hard to point over there. Some subscribers made that for us. But what I was thinking is that, like, what if people can make any kind of art or anything that we could put like in Broly's room?
That would actually be cool.
Like, what if there was a mural that you guys could just make, draw or print, like it literally doesn't matter, or like crochet that could go in a frame.
Yeah, that would
and
be
we
cool.
could put it up. I don't know. Just an idea. Maybe you guys can start that. I don't know.
They're the exact same people on camera and off camera. 100%. 100%. We always end up, every time we go to the West Coast, I feel like we end up hanging out with them. Like 60% of the time, we're just out with them. 100% like the same exact people on and off camera.
Yeah.
Would you ever build a gun range? I don't think we have quite enough land because of this house back that way. Because in Virginia, like a lot of other states have the law to where like you have to have 600 yards of nothingness, like in the line of shot to be able to shoot there. In Virginia, our county, you can't be within 600 yards, 360 degrees around. And I think the house that's back that way through the woods is like right under 600 yards. So legally, I can't set up a range, which is stupid. It sucks. But oh well. Yeah. Crossbow or gun. Gun all day. All right.
All right. Bye, Amber Doll Face.
Oh yeah, I love it.
That's Joe, 82.
Oh, in Walmart.
I was literally at customer service, and he come back. He was like, "There's a guy over there watching you." Yeah. I was like, "Cool."
Thank you for shipping our shoes out from our drug dealer unit. That was like the big, what is it called? aerosol can.
Yeah.
They sold those for $250, and then another pair for I think $80 or $100 or something like that.
So those, if you guys seen that video, those shoes that were all those like special Reebok, it was Nerf, Reebok, Candyland, Reebok collab, Jurassic Park. I think that was it. But all of those shoes are listed on the eBay, on our eBay.
There's quite a few on there now.
So I'll put the eBay link in there in case you want to, they're all brand new in case you guys are interested in it or, somebody that would be.
Who's the most irritating person on Storage Wars? I'd probably say, what the heck was the couple's name? I forget their name.
Jared.
Yeah, Jared and Brandon. Like, not irritate, but they're like my least favorite. I think the one that everybody hates, I still love, is hilarious, is Dave Hester. Like, I thought he was hilarious. Renee is hilarious. He's also the same exact person because we met him in person before. The same exact humor, like in person. He's the only one I think we've met. We haven't met any of the other ones yet. But yeah. Is there $1 million Dragon Ball Z figure that I know of? No, the most expensive one that I know of is this Azuru thing and Goku doing a spirit bomb. There's like a special edition, like 15 of them made, and the most recent one just sold for $30,000. And somebody in the Dragon Ball group on Facebook that I'm in got it, and they showed it to us. I'm like, I don't like that kind of collecting. You know what I mean? I don't like getting like a $30,000 figure. Like, I'd rather spend $30,000 on 10,000 things over 6 months of trips or something. Like, it's more fun that way. But I mean, I don't know. I like to find stuff in person. What would be your dream car?
Mustang.
We're gonna get it soon.
Just this blue Mustang.
Yeah, that'll be our next car.
Yay.
What I think about the new Dragon Ball movie? I loved it. And I don't know why everybody hated it. The new superhero movie. Well, I think we're biased because my favorite character is Gohan and yours Piccolo, and that was like their movie of shining. They were like the main characters, so it was cool. I think everybody hated it because they want to see Goku and Vegeta everything, and the fact that they weren't that big of a role, they just got mad about it.
Goku and Vegeta are awesome. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes I need something else.
Nah, Patrick, never.
What fun is that?
Exactly. You got to understand the business we're in.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
If I'm breaking open a safe, like I'll get 100 comments that say, "You're such an idiot. Why you do it? Like, that's so stupid." But then if you look at the behind the scenes data, like the retention graph's like a graph that goes across the entire duration of the video. And like, you can see where it spikes and where it goes down and what parts people are interested in the entire time. Every time we're cracking a safe, it's through the roof. So I'm like,
it goes like this, and then right as we're showing the safe, it spikes and then it stays.
Yeah.
So we know people went there.
That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between what people say in the comments and the actual data, like behind the scenes data, because people can say whatever they want in the comments, but I see the real data, and people go to it, they'll skip to it, they'll watch the whole thing. So I'm breaking safe. Plus, it's just fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was like, not only do we do it for the video, but it's just like most of what we do for the video is because we find it fun. Yeah. So like, we like to crowbar safes and drill into it.
Yeah. That's like a Last Supper type thing.
If you were having your last meal, what would your 3 courses be?
That's rough. That is rough. My last meal. Well, I'm actually like, there's like a 2 sides of me. There was the terrible food addict side of me, and then now me that's like cut out 99% of all.
Okay,
food.
But if we're talking about last meal, that's gonna be food addict, carb loading me. Like,
if I'm
not eating healthy if it's my last meal.
Food addict, carb addict side of me would be Popeye's fried chicken, In-N-Out burger, and Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Okay, it's gonna be pretty similar, but it's gonna be so much, like everything in my head right now. I want Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, spicy deluxe with no pickles. I want a Popeyes, like a French fries and chicken tenders, and then I want like just a bunch of French fries in general, and then like sweet wise, like what dessert would I like to have? I don't really care. I just want like nuggets, chicken tenders, In-N-Out burger, Chick-fil-A sandwich, and Popeyes. Like, just give me as much as possible until I throw up, and I'll just eat that, and I'll be happy.
But yeah, I haven't eaten more than 5 carbs in a day in probably 4 months now. Like, about now. What is today? August 17th. So
yeah,
Yeah, about 4 months now. I probably haven't had more than 5 carbs in a day. So right now, no. Right now, I'm addicted to steak and smoked chicken wings. That's like my addiction. If somebody was interested in doing storage units, what would your advice be to them?
First starting out,
gosh.
just to do it.
Yeah. But also, don't start it in like April, May, or June. I'll say that because tax return season's always the worst of the year. Like, it's terrible. $10 units or $200 units. And also this year is extra worse because Storage Wars released a new season. And I'm weird like that. I like to pay attention to data. And like every time Storage Wars drops a new season, like the average prices are just through the roof. Like the unit I paid $4,000 for today, I bet you if they didn't do that, that would have been like a $2K unit, probably half the price. But those shows get people hyped, man. Why would I put all my eggs in one basket? What do you mean? I don't know what he's talking about. Vintage rifle or vintage handgun, what would you choose? I feel like a rifle's less likely to blow up in my face, so rifle.
Fair.
How long have you been buying storage units for? 5 years this month, right? We started August 2018 was when we bought our first one. I don't remember the exact day, but August 2018 was the first one. So yeah, 5 years this month. Hi. Thank you, Pat. That is the goal of it all, Lori. That's the goal. That's what I keep telling myself tomorrow when I go to this unit. If it's BS, just make a funny video, make fun of it, and just have fun with it because there's nothing you can do at this point. That's what I keep telling myself. So, yeah. But if it's great, it's going to be better. What's up, Kenna? Would you ever consider doing a 96-ounce steak eating competition? I couldn't right now. Because like I've also been doing like intermittent fasting at least 16 hours a day. My appetite difference now versus 4 months ago is insane. Like when we used to go to that Texas restaurant, I would get like a 32-ounce steak usually and punish it. Now if we go to like the restaurant by us is Longhorn, if I eat the chicken wings, there's 8 in there. They're non-breaded and everything, so no carbs. I usually eat like 7 or 8 of those and I get a 12-ounce steak and I don't even finish it. Like 80, 60, 70% of the time, I don't even finish it. Like I brought over half of it back today. It's like I can not even eat a fraction of what I could eat just 4 months ago. It's crazy. Would you ever do dumpster diving? You know what's funny about me mentioning this? Like we did this so long. I want to see when this video is. Like we went out and recorded a video and found some pretty cool stuff. And then it's just been sitting on my desktop. When was that? June 15th. June 15th, so over 2 months ago. I still have the unedited video sitting on my desktop because we just never edited it yet. But over 2 months ago, we actually found some pretty cool stuff. So it's actually still a video sitting on the desktop. Maybe I'll edit it tonight or one day, put it on the second channel. Like, I do like it. I still enjoy it. It's fun. Like it's relaxing.
Yeah.
Putting 30K. Yeah, I agree with that. That's stupid because there's no fun. Well, it just depends on what kind of collector you are. Like some people don't want a lot of things. They just want to have like the rarest of the rare. Then there's people like us to where like I like everything to have a story. Like I see this Goku figure. I remember that. We were in that random game store in the middle of Oklahoma and found that there and it was cool. That one, oh yeah, that was the store where they had this game set up and I played that. Like everything has a story and it just makes it less hoarding, I guess. Can I see your shirt? What is my shirt right now? Super Mario. Super Mario. I feel weird in yellow.
What?
Let's see. Where was I at? Thank you, Lori. I try to just be completely normal. Like that's one thing I feel like annoys some people about the way we do it and doesn't is to where like I don't look at anything before I film. Like if I feel like a lot of TV shows and people, you know, you're about to go into this, pick up this phone. I'm going to pick up this phone, look at what it is, Google it, so then I can start the camera and sound smart. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's a Samsung S21 Ultra Plus. I can tell. You didn't know that. You looked it up before you recorded. Like, that makes it boring to me. Like, I like to be real. Like, if I just have no idea, I have no idea. Like, it's just what it is, you know? It's more fun that way. I don't want to look at anything beforehand. I want everything to be a surprise for me. And what else I always say, I talked about before, I can't act. Like if I'm not, I feel like people that watch can tell. Like if I'm irritated and not excited, I feel like you could tell I'm irritated and not excited. So it's like I try to just make it 100% legitimate. But that's the reality of it. I mean, if I spend $500 and it's moldy crap and mice, I'm gonna be mad. Like that's life, you know.
Pat said, "Would you go on Storage Wars?" They asked you to.
No. We've gotten actually quite a few people ask us about like picker TV shows, storage TV shows, and no, I just delete them. I don't even respond.
Now, if it's a YouTube video for a different YouTube channel, then sure.
Yes, because they don't require you to commit and sign contracts and all this stupid stuff. Like YouTube's just YouTube. It just feels like the free market of TV.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of just do what you want when you TV just seems like so old school where you're just tied into a contract, and if you don't like it, it's just too bad, so sad, you're legally obligated. And it just feels like a 9 to 5 again. YouTube's the beauty of it. It's like we wake up on Monday and you don't feel good. All right, I'll just stay in bed, sleep, watch TV. If Tuesday I want to work for 24 hours and not sleep at all, that's what I'll do. Just that freedom to be able to grind your what off when you want to, and then just take time off when you want to. It's just like that was the goal for me. All the states you visited, don't have the best restaurant. I got to tell you something. On our last road trip, we stopped at some random hole in the wall place in what state was that? Louisiana.
Yes, and I will tell you guys exactly what it is while he's talking, because it was crazy.
Yeah, it was just a random hole in the wall place. They ended up Googling them, and they had 2 locations in Louisiana, but I'd never heard of them or anything. But it was some place that had smoked chicken wings. That's what I've been like addicted to, and that was the best wings I ever had in my entire life, ever.
It is Sticks Barbecue in Mandeville, Louisiana.
Yeah. Oh my God, they were so good.
Yeah, they had the best wings for sure. Now, do we have 2 sides of that? Do we have like a diet restaurant and then and eat all whatever you want restaurant?
I can't pick
because another restaurant that's really good. Watching. We usually pick barbecue places because it's like the easiest place to eat low carb. Whole Hog Cafe in Arkansas is really good.
The ribs are the best.
And I don't know. We've tried so many other random.
Yeah.
What was that one? Famous Anthony's in like Lynchburg or something?
No, it was in Danville, Virginia.
Danville.
Yeah,
I mean, they're pretty good. That's if you get you whatever you want.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Well, definitely YouTube in that comparison, but like we have the ad revenue from YouTube, and then what they also make from re-editing and putting it on Facebook. So it's like we gotta you have to have, or you should have, or try to have, lots of streams of income. But like, if I gave you, I keep a spreadsheet where like everything we do. So for our accountant, they can see, exactly where our money is going. And percentage wise, this is going to be crazy to people that don't know. But resale makes up, what color is that? Orange. Reselling has made up 2.6% of our revenue in 2023. 2.6%.
Now, to put this further, I would be curious to see if we kept up with an actual schedule of selling, what it would then be.
Yeah.
But still, it would still be lower than social media.
If you want like a breakdown, like I'm only going to give percentages. Our Facebook page makes up, this year, this is 2023. Facebook page is 45.4% of revenue. YouTube, the main channel, is 48.7%. The second channel is less than 1%, is 0.7%. Then like the couple of the brand deal things we did was 1.4%. Then the resale is 2.5%. And Jeebus Ball Z, our newest channel, has now made its way over 1%, 1.2%. Ooh, it's getting up there. Yeah.
So, you're talking 45 and 48% for Facebook and YouTube, and 2% or lower for everything else.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. What made us want to start watching is literally just being a fan of the show. Literally just being a fan of the show, and then going to YouTube and seeing that nobody was doing it besides Pyre. Like Storage Auction Pirate's the 100% OG in this game. He was the only guy that was doing it on YouTube before we started doing it. I remember that day. So distinctively when we were sitting downstairs. We watched all of Auction Hunters, and I was like, "Gosh, this is so fun. We should look how to do it." And I was like, "Let's just go to YouTube and see who's doing it." It was Pirate. That was it. There was nobody else doing it, and I was just like, what if I take all this YouTube knowledge I've gained over the past 5 years and applied it to a niche that nobody's doing, but TV has proven has an audience that would want to watch it? And I was just like, So I tried it, and that's it. bang, that is it. It took off. And that's where we're at 5 years later. I'll never forget that day. It's like always the day, like I always listen to, I also love to watch and listen to like documentaries about entrepreneurs and different people like that. And they always talk about how they had this holy moment basically in the market where you just like, you see a opening or a problem, whatever you want to call it, and you see it and you just go for it. And that was my moment right there. When I was like, these shows like Storage Wars was getting millions of viewers all the time. Why is nobody doing this on YouTube right now? Like, why is no one doing this? Like, there's millions of people that want to watch it. You have evidence the audience is there because of the TV shows. Why is nobody else doing it yet?
Yep.
And then that was it. Took it off. Let's see. Have you ever wanted? No, we've never been to Wisconsin yet. It's one of the last 13 states we got to go to. Doing good. Other Tammy. Weird. That's my mom's name too. But Tammy's doing good. Other Tammy. We need more dumpster dive video. I think we should start doing it again. Maybe I'll edit the video tonight and put it on the second channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to not Jeebus Balls, the Jeebus family, subscribe there because that's where I want to start like putting the other stuff we do, the random stuff. Like for example, if we go dumpster diving, if we do lottery videos and things like that, I want to put that over there on that channel so we can try to keep the main channel focused on 90% storage units and 10%. Maybe like the baby videos or like cool trips, things like that. I want to try to keep it, niche down as much as possible. Of course, Michelle, I'm gonna be right there. I'd go crazy. There's no way.
I would fight for him to be there if they went live.
Yeah, the doctor told me I couldn't. He's catching the hands on site. Rated E for everybody. Mm-hmm. They'll be like, buddy, look, you got two options. You're gonna let me walk past you and go in there, or you're gonna have the room next door. Which one you want? Would we ever see you buy out entire vintage toys? No, because I'm just not interested in enough of them. And I feel like the vintage toys are for collectors, not really like kids. You know what I mean? But I just don't like, I'm so niche. Like, I just don't care about most other shows. What was your first unit? How much? $150. I remember being so scared. Like, we were just talking about this the other day in like 2017-ish, 2018, when we were first like going all in on this channel doing dumpster diving. Like it would be like a great feeling to have $100 like between the two of us, like $100. And then I had a credit card and it was like 2,500 max and yours were like 9. So we had like 11K in credit card debt and lucky to have $100 to our name. And I remember saving up. This is so bad. I learned like a cheating system for college where like, if I take 18 credits and then they give me my financial aid and then I drop the classes within the first week, they'll give you the money back. So it's just like you're getting a loan. So I would take 18 credits for school and then drop out 6 of them. So then they would have to send me the check for the financial aid I got. So I would get like $1,000, $1,500 check. And then we would literally use it to go do the stuff for YouTube, like pay for gas, pay for camera. In that first unit, I remember paying $150 and I felt like I was going to poo myself. It's like, oh, what if there's nothing in here? Oh my gosh. But
and surprisingly, like all that stuff in that unit sold really fast, which is like, since I think those first 2 units, like anything we post on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, for example, is like so hard to sell compared to when we first started. Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah. I feel like I yawn a lot anyway.
We're definitely going back to Whatnot. We definitely are. We just got to wait on them. What happened to your deep searches?
Well, it's harder to do stuff myself because I don't know it's too heavy to lift and there's a lot of dust and bugs and whatever else in the garage. So I'm really paranoid about stuff that I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So, well, not paranoid about lifting, but I mean, just whatever else I could come in contact with going through the unit. So I haven't really like touched any storage unit stuff.
Yeah. Big 3 anime. You don't even want to hear mine. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. I just really haven't liked other animes. Like the only other things I ever got into in my entire life was the original Pokemon and the original Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I've tried to watch other stuff. I tried to watch The Last Airbender or whatever the heck his name is. I couldn't get into it. Inuyasha, couldn't get into it. Naruto, couldn't get into it. It's just like I don't know. I just can't get into anything else. I haven't tried in a while though. A lot of people have been telling me to watch Death Note.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I might try it. Man, I would go to jail. I really would. Like I would go to jail. Like 100%.
I'm surprised. Like at the end of the day, like I know, it was during that time, and I'm still surprised that they wouldn't allow at least the other parent to be in there.
I'm like, you'd have to, like I said, wait till deliver the baby, then go pay my bail money because you're letting me in there. Like, well, we're fighting.
Because that's kind of like I understand it was serious then, but it's still like that's a big moment to like miss out on.
Yeah, they're getting the hands. Thank you. We made like, I remember this distinctively. Made like $1,100 in like 4 or 5 days off that unit, which was like mind-boggling to me at the time. Like we spent $150 and made $1,100 in like a week, and I was like, at the time, I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And then the crazy thing is, like, we got so spoiled. Like our first one, like she was saying, everything sold within like 3 or 4 days, and we made that $1,100. And the second one we bought, we went to DC and we bought this little unit because it had some tools in it. And then we started
$70. Right?
Yeah, $70, which would now be like an $800 unit. But then we were opening up the mail, and the dude had just wads of cash in the envelopes. It was like $600 or $700 in cash, and I was like, "Oh my god!" At the time, I was like going crazy because that was like so much money back then. I was just crazy. It's crazy, and it's crazy how fast things move because that was only 5 years ago.
Yeah,
5 freaking years ago. Is this your primary? This is all we do. All we do is YouTube. That's all I ever want to do.
What I see in the future, pretty much doing the same thing. If anything, it'll just be, maybe different videos we throw in the mix. But, I mean, I don't see anything different, really. Still doing YouTube 100%.
100%.
It just depends on how much worse the storage unit scene is going to get over the years. Hopefully, it's going to get better. But if it, continues to get worse, I have no clue.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
But I mean, it's going to be YouTube no matter what.
Yeah.
If storage units, something happens to them in the future, it's going to be something else on YouTube. I've never wanted to do anything else in my life. Like literally, this is it. No, Laura, we don't have the duck. Is there a state I wouldn't buy a unit? No. I know I passed on some really good looking ones because they're in New York City because I want to. I hate New York. I hate New York City. Let me say, I don't hate New York. Upstate New York's nice, but New York City. Gosh, I just hate being there. And there's always good ones because there's so many people. I see a lot of like toy, collectible, comic, video game units going for pretty good prices over there. But I just don't want to go to New York City. I hate it. It's just such a pain. Is there anything I sold or wish I'd not sold? Not that I can think of. Can you think of anything?
I think we're pretty quick decision makers on what we want to keep versus what we're selling. We don't have an attachment to anything really.
Yeah, I don't care about items. Like so many people tell us in the comments, I see it all the time, like if I bought units, I'd be a hoarder. And I'm like, I think it kind of does the opposite to you. At least it does to us, where I'm trying to get rid of everything. People be like, what if you need that in a month? Oh, I'll figure it out then. I don't want it.
You don't want clutter.
Get it out of here, yeah. Are we married? No. What do you think?
Yes.
Married for a few years now. Been together since 2010, almost 13 and a half years.
Been together since 2010 and got married in 2020.
Yep. It was supposed to be on April 11th, like exactly. We got together April 11th, 2010, and then April 11th, 2020.
That's on a Saturday.
Yeah, on a Saturday. That's why we planned the wedding and everything for that. Like it was supposed to be exactly on our 10-year anniversary. And then COVID had to come in and shut everything down. So we had to reschedule it for like November of 2020. But like, I don't even consider that date like our wedding date and anniversary. Mm-hmm. Like to me, it's still April 11th. It always will be.
I'm not changing my anniversary date because COVID messed it up.
I mean, even the year, it's still 2010 to me. It's still 2010 because like.
Well, but your anniversary year's always going to change. So you just take the month and the day.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if somebody asked, like, how long you been together, whatever, April 11th, 2010.
Well, yeah. How long have you been married? 3 years.
Yeah, I just don't consider, like, marriage any different.
Well, it's two different questions in my head.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, everybody's, like, I remember when we first got married, we had so many people asking you, like, how's married life? And I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, it's the exact same as it was before. Like, you just have my last name now. Nothing else changed. Mm-hmm. Like, we're still living the same life. We're still the same people, the same couple. You just have my last name now. We have a little document that says the government sees us as being together now. Like, freak the government. I don't care what the government says. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Did you sell the vintage horse? Not all of them. We still have a lot of that stuff. We need to have auctions, but something always happens. But yeah, those videos did good for us though. So that unit was like overall a really good investment. But when we sell all that stuff, it's going to be an even more investment.
Thank you, Nadine.
Guns knowledge. What do we use?
What app? What's up, guys? Love watching. Oh, thanks.
Thank you, Guns knowledge. I like your name, by the way.
Yeah.
What become all the rocks in it? Man, that's a good response to the last question. It says, is there anything I regret selling? That unit. It was the one, if you're talking about the one I'm thinking of in California, where we found all these crystals. And this was before like the live auction stuff even started or anyone really knew how to do that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And we sold the whole rock collection to some lady for $250. And I bet you that would have been like $3,000-$4,000 if we like auctioned it off piece by piece. But I didn't know what the heck I was doing at the time. And plus, we had just rented that house for 45 days and we were getting ready to leave in like 3 days. So like I needed to get rid of it. I mean, I think about that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
That's probably the one thing I do regret selling for so cheap. But that lady was freaked out and happy, so. Yeah. I only paid $300 for the unit. The videos did good, so. You know, it is what it is.
Richard, yes, we still have sports cards we haven't sold yet.
We have a lot of sports cards from that unit.
Yeah.
We have, we literally set up, we have a room in our house where we have 60 spots on the shelves to set up for live auctions. And we literally set it up like, what, a month ago to get ready. Like, we're going to have an auction this weekend. Yeah, it's been like 6 weeks and it's still all the stuff set up and ready to go and everything. But it's just, we haven't done it yet. We haven't done it.
We're unreliable.
Let's see. Thank you. Favorite Dragon Balls. What do you mean by favorite Dragon Balls ever? Like favorite character or what? This is an interesting question because that was a pretty stupid idea too. To be honest, it was just It was, to be honest, when we went out there, I don't know how long you've been watching us, but in like 2019, we had that big collab video where it was like 10 of us, 10 different channels that were all met up in California. And I just remember being mind boggled at the auction. Like in Virginia, we'd have like 2, maybe 3 live auctions a month back then. And there it was like 3 to 4 every week. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like the opportunity to get units is crazy out there. So I'm just like, we just got to go for it and just go try to live out there for a year and see if it's as crazy as I thought. And it wasn't, but also, to be honest with you, it's kind of unfair judgment because we went out there and it just happened to be when COVID hit. So everything went to crap. So it's like, I don't really have a full 100% honest answer on if it would have been better or not. I don't like the laws, obviously. I don't like the taxes. I don't like the gun laws. You guys know that. But we moved out of there and then COVID hit like months later. So it's like, we didn't really get to give it a real chance. Because last time when we went on our cross-country trip, we ended up staying in California for 2 weeks. Remember, we went to auctions with Pirate, Alex, Jack, and everybody. And we got like quite a few good units and quite a few videos that did good off of there. I know like the one unit we bought with Alex with the safe and the shoes, that one did like 600,000 views or something. So I don't know. But I wouldn't want to live out there. And I definitely wouldn't want to have kids out there because it's just, no. Just no. Just no. Just no. Just no. Thank you, Sherry. I've been like my mental state since being back to Virginia so much better.
Yeah.
Here, though, let me specify Central Virginia. Because I'm from
Northern Virginia.
I'm from Northern Virginia. Northern Virginia is, I call it East Coast California. It's the same thing. Like everything in Northern Virginia is just California. It's the same thing. They have stupid laws. It's way too overcrowded. The house over here where we're at now, it was sells for $200K, sells for $600,000-$700,000 in Northern Virginia. We talk about that all the time with like my mom's house. The one, it just sold like a few years ago or whatever. She sold it to somebody and somebody, flipped it, like fixed it up and flipped it. And it sold for like $660,000. So like, and it was made in 1951. So it's 70-some years old. It's 900 something square feet. And it sold for almost $700,000. And I'm just like,
insane.
I know. I mean, it's crazy. It's just like, why? Why do you guys want to live up there where it's so crowded? I hate traffic. That's probably my biggest driver. I love the trees. I like the deer. I like the freedom.
Yeah, that's nice of you.
Yeah, I love it here. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Well, thank you, James.
Thank you.
No, we never heard anything about them since we moved. I'm
Nope.
pretty sure they're glad we're gone, but hey.
No.
Yeah, don't be a female dog. I kind of miss her though, to be honest with you.
Well, she made the videos interesting.
Yeah, she calling the cops did so much good for us. Like she made the video we have 2 yard sale videos that went over 1 million views because they called the police. We had one of them that went on Facebook and got over 1 million views in one day. So I'm like, she's like, haha, I'm showing you guys by calling the police. I'm like, really what you're doing is making like those 3 videos probably made like 30, 40K. And I'm like, thanks, Karen. You really showed me.
Yeah. Keep showing me.
Yeah, keep showing me. You're really ruining my life. You're killing me. Yeah, but it's just funny. We need a new one. I'm gonna just go. Let's just go pick a neighbor and just egg their house. Just go make a neighbor super mad. Just litter and egg their house. Just get them really mad. So next time we have a yard sale, they just call the cops. No, I'm joking. Kinda. No. James, yeah, we definitely want to do a big thing, but we just don't want to do the same exact thing that we've done before. So we haven't decided yet. It's already April. We got to start deciding soon. We got to start thinking about it. Oh, that's what I meant to say. What the heck did I say April? But yeah, we definitely got to start thinking about it soon. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, being raised in our house around me, he has no chance of not.
Hopefully.
I don't think. I mean, I've never met somebody that watched Dragon Ball and didn't like it. Everyone's either, I love Dragon Ball Z, or yeah, no, I never watched it. I feel like I've never seen somebody say, oh, I hate that show. It's so stupid.
That's true.
It's always one or the other. What's your most you're willing to lose on a unit? I don't know. Because like realistically, like with the way we do it, it just doesn't happen much. But I mean, I don't know. It depends how, like I take into consideration more if I think it's going to make a really good video more than if it's going to be really good resale. Like if some of the places like Public Storage, for example, you can go to their website and get the person's name for the units going up for auction, like who owned it. So if I can take his name before the auction even comes and look him up and like, oh, this dude has 3 drug charges and a murder charge, I'm going to buy it no matter what. I don't care what it looks like because I feel like it's going to do good no matter what because of the story attached to it. Mm-hmm. And some of the ones that are like way out in the country, they'll just put it right on the website. They'll be like, storage unit contains, boxes, the couch, fridge, and then it says their name, like first and last name right there. And I'm just like, okay. They just throw it out there. They put all their business out there. Thank you, James. What's up, Pat D's? What's up? Let's Beyblade. I used to have those. My grandson wants to be a YouTuber when he grows up. He's going on 13. Any advice? Man, the best advice I give anybody is to just start now, because whenever you start, you're going to wish you started earlier. And that's my case too, because it's a knowledge-based game. Like there's some people that just get lucky, and there's some people that just have that social personality and they can kind of, skip ahead. But if you're normal, or even on the other side, like me, to where you're like socially awkward, you're just going to want the experience. Just start, just start, and be prepared that you're going to put in a ton of work at the beginning for absolutely no return. Like we made videos from 2013 to 2017 without making a penny. It's 4 years. Our old gaming channel had over 1,000 videos on it. It had a travel channel, a music channel, a cooking channel, and all this stuff. And they never made a penny back. And all the time invested in it was insanely big without making nothing back.
And honestly, like I heard the question, he's 13. So like now until obviously he goes out and does his own thing, like he's relying on parents or, his family right now. So it's the best time to take a risk. When you don't have like the, responsibilities. Yeah,
100%. Take the risk, take risks early. Take calculated risks, I'm going to say. Like somebody can say, I'm a risk taker. I put $1,000 on the poker table. That's stupid. I'm saying risk. I'm like, take calculated risks and bet and invest on yourself, man. Just, you got to go for it. Like, I don't know about you or other people, but like if I take a giant chance and I lose, it feels better to lose than it felt to not take it, to me at least. At least I know the outcome. But I'm weird like that. I doubt I'm normal. Tom, That is very true. Like our house was like where I lived at. If you walk up the street past 6 houses, you can see the Washington Monument. You can see the Capitol right down the street. So, I mean, I can get to. I always GPSed it from our house to the White House front lawn was a 17-minute drive. We're like right by DC, and I hated it. How do we meet Store? We met Store Stalker and them at the Clyde video. The one in 2019.
Yeah.
The one we were talking about earlier, where all the channels went out to California. That's where we met all of them before. We met Pirate, Jack, Alex, Renee. We had met Jeremy and George before that. I think they were the only ones we had talked to before that.
Yeah.
But the only ones we met everybody else out there.
Treasure Hustlers.
Yeah. But yeah, that was 2019. You definitely grew out of your. Let's just say it's better on camera than real life. Yeah, let's just say it's better on camera than in real life.
It's slowly getting there in real life. It's better than it used to be, but it's not as same as what you think it is on video.
No, because in the video, I'm in my element. Like it's just me and you. Like I've been doing YouTube for 10 years now. If I'm about to record a video and somebody's in that facility down the hallway, no chance. I'll sit there for 2 hours until they leave. Like if somebody else is in my presence, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Like
it has to be empty. If I'm recording and I hear sound like somebody open their unit, I'm like, in this what was that? And it just goes back into it. It's crazy. But I mean, it's just personality because I've always been like that my whole life. My mom tells me stories about how I was like that in preschool, and I don't even have memories of that. So it's weird how some of us are just wired like that. I was just not anti-people, anti-social before I could even remember. So it's just, I don't know, it's weird. But hey, of course, Lori.
You're welcome.
Frank, I think yes. I think we're both not on Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. They'll be on the Jeebus family, our second channel. But yes, we need to start doing it. I just want to make videos. I hate when storage units keep canceling. Everybody's like, you need to take time off or do something, but it's editing videos is what I do for fun. You know what I mean? That's what I enjoy. That's what I feel the best about. I'm just sitting there working on a video. So it's I hate not having anything to do. And I'm just sitting there let's watch another show. Then I find myself just watching videos about videos. So it's I'm just watching videos about people making videos and people doing stuff on YouTube. So it's I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah.
Nowadays, a phone, that's it. I mean, you could do it with the phone right now.
Fancy. Most phones nowadays have decent quality video, so.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on how good you want to do it. I feel if you want you really want to increase quality, then you're going to eventually want to get a camera and, a desktop to where you can edit good. Because, I mean, it just depends. There's so many ways to blow up on YouTube nowadays.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I can spend 12 hours editing a video and it'll do say 200,000 views, which is pretty good. But then it's just the topic too. Remember the video with the dude that sold us the crappy unit when we called them? It's just drama. I could just sit there and set the camera up and it took 5 minutes to edit that and it did 200,000 views in 3 days. And it's just skillless. It takes, if you're doing drama, it takes absolutely no skill to do it. It's just so easy. It takes 5 minutes. Literally that was the whole editing. I was all right, ready? Put the camera, start it. All right, cut the silence at the beginning, cut the silence at the end, put it on YouTube. And boom, 200,000 views just because of drama. And it's just I don't like drama.
And I think it's better to just start and learn along the way than worry about waiting until you get the best equipment for the best quality. Especially Lori's grandson, start at 13, young, start listening to podcasts of, the big guys, see what they're saying, pay attention to how your videos are doing, all that stuff. Just learn along the way. But most importantly, just start. Just start and try to make every video 1% better. If you watch your own video and you're that was just perfect, I don't know what I can improve, then your ego is already out of check. If you got to be able to watch every single one and be I can do this better, I can do this better next time. Each video should be better than the last. Yeah, even Mr. B says that still. Eric says that. Ryan Trahan says that. Unspeakable's thing we were listening to yesterday, they say the same thing. It's no matter, they have tens of millions of subscribers, but it's
you got to be able to stay a student of the game. Like, you guys got to be able to keep getting better. How did you get to meet Dr. Now? I just went in there.
Pretty easy. So like his office, they have kind of dedicated hours for people to go in there. So I think Tuesday and Thursday between 12 and 3, they have like that set hours for people to go in there. You just have to buy a piece of merch. So they have t-shirts, they have his book. I think t-shirts are like $25, magnets are $5. They have mugs in there. I don't know how much those are because I didn't get one. His book, I want to say, is like $30 or $40. So you just got to buy a piece of merch. And then all I had to do was sit in the waiting room until one of them called me back, by the scale part, to wait for him to then get a chance to come over, take a picture, and like talk a little bit. So yeah, it's the dedicated hours. I don't think many people know that. Like, no. I don't like when you walk in, you see like a bunch of pieces of paper on the side, and that's what it says. Dedicated hours, Tuesday, Thursday between 12 and 3 are when fans can come in. Otherwise, it kind of disrupts their business. Now, something else I also did as just a courtesy is like, if you go in there, don't be an a-hole. Like, let all the normal patients like go in there and do their thing. Just don't be in the way. Because I feel like then they're just going to get irritated and then just going to make you wait forever.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know why I like that show.
But I did. I waited for probably an hour and a half before I got called back.
Yeah. But it was interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Where was I at? Do we have any merch? We do have merch. I just never promote it. I'm really bad with that. I should promote it more. I remember like big YouTuber says that's like such a good thing to do, but
we do have some shirts, but I feel like we need to like update the store.
Yeah.
Because I think after a while, like a campaign is what they call it, like a specific shirt will just like drop off because it's been so long that it's been up there and it's not been touched or anything. So it's probably ended. So like our normal like treasure hunting with Jeebus one that, he always wears in the videos. I don't remember seeing it on the store, to be honest. Like really? The last time that we've checked. I remember it was hard to find the onesie.
Oh yeah, you're right.
With that design on it.
I had to re-add it. You're right.
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully we'll come up with a better merch system. But
yeah, and somebody asked me to ship to the UK. We don't make it ourselves. Like it's a third party. We just make the designs and they put it on there and do all the shipping and printing. And I'm pretty sure they ship worldwide. So it should be fine. Let me see if I can find the link. I don't need to see what's on there actually because I haven't looked at it in forever. I'm just bad with that. Where is it? What the hell? Why is it doing this?
The store.
Right here. Merch. Let's see.
Can you share the screen?
Oh, I just want to see what's on there. The onesie's on there. The onesie I added.
So it's like the onesies up there. We have the 500K, like 2 color waves. We have 300K Christmas crew.
There's some on there.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can look at what we have. We just definitely have to fix it up a lot more. So.
Yeah, there's some on there, but like what she said, we haven't checked it or updated it in probably a year. The I Love My Haters one, I remember making that one.
Yeah.
What happened to that shirt?
We just, I don't even know. Like, honestly speaking, like we always talk about, do we have the audience to sell merch? Because we have an older audience compared to like kids. They're like, hey mom, like I want this shirt, and they'll probably get it for them.
Yeah, like when I think of t-shirts, I think of like 10-year-old, like kids.
Then definitely again, easier to sell merch with a younger audience.
But then again, I'm 30, and if I see a t-shirt I like,
oh yeah,
I'm buying it.
And when I say like
30.
Younger audience, I would say like 15 and younger.
Yeah,
they're like top notch like merch buyers on YouTube.
Because so many of the channels like that, like Unspeakable and Mr. Beast, like their audience is mostly under 17. So like, I feel like that's why they sell so many t-shirts. But hey,
but we also don't promote it, so I don't.
Let's see. What did I miss? Thank you, Catherine. See, I'm the same way.
Did you put the link in there?
I think I did. Did I put that in there?
Yeah, I see it. Okay. So the little yellow highlighted treasure hunting with Jeebus, like that's the merch link right there.
All right, where do we go? Where do we go? You should make more guns. I wish I could, dude. I'm always looking for them. I'm always looking for them. Like,
we could probably do that on Rumble now.
What gun? Like I'm talking about units, but yeah, we should do something like that on there. Let's see. I'm trying to like reply to these comments because the chat just went up randomly. If I ignore your comment, I'm not ignoring it. It just freaked out. Well, that's the answer to Barbara. whatever I see down there, sometimes the chat will just go, and it'll just like get rid of like 10 or 15 comments out at the same time. And I'm just like, well, there goes that. I was trying to read that.
Happy birthday, Jesse, tomorrow.
60. I feel like if you look at our analytics, that's probably the most average age. Like, cause like but then again, people also lie on the YouTube profile. So you never really know 100%. But like, I feel like if I looked at our audience numbers, the average is between 50 and 65 is about the average. Because like the young audience, like we have virtually nobody. Like I think it's less than 1% actually. Where is it? Where's the age at? Right here. 13 to 17 years old is 1.3%. We have 1%. Our biggest demographic age-wise is 55 to 64, and then 45 to 54, and then 65 plus. Or no, 34 to 44. So yeah, kids. I mean, it's making money in history and items. Like kids just aren't interested in it. But then again, if you go on the flip side and you look at our Jeebus Ball Z channel, it's like the same graph flipped over. Like most of it's like the 18 to 24, 24 to 35. It's interesting. It's interesting. Dark Magician, I summon you. Well, you know what? I summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Attack. I just got a Piccolo plush off Etsy. Hey. Nice. From South Carolina. Woohoo. Let's see. Thank you so much. Do it play cotton? Not in a while. But I keep reading, apparently, that the new one, Modern Warfare 3, they're releasing this year, is supposed to have like all the original Modern Warfare 2 maps on a playlist. And if they do that, yeah.
Then we're playing.
Then I'm playing. I just haven't been a fan of it. Like any of the new. I did play the new Modern Warfare 2 for like a solid couple of weeks when it came out. Then I got bored of it. I feel like the last Call of Duty I was like genuinely hooked on was Ghosts. Like since then, I haven't been like hooked on any Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 is like the original Modern Warfare 2 is peak Call of Duty in my eyes. I'm 14 and watch you. Hey, well, you're part of the 1.3%. That's cool, though. Thank you, Shirley. My first nice. Thank you, Peyton.
See, like a long time ago, going back to the merch thing, I remember I saw Carlos say coffee mugs. Like,
yeah,
a long time ago, every design we had was on a tote bag, a coffee mug, a sticker, a blanket, a pillow, like everything they had. And I guess, like I said, it just expires after a while.
I wish I had a good answer to this question why I use slides, but I really don't. It's just called lazy. That's the best answer I got. Like, it's just easy to slip them on and whatnot. You know what annoys me with slides, though, is like I wear a size 15 shoe, but the size 15 slides feel so big. But then if I wear a size 14, like I ripped it. Like it's too small. I'm like, why? It's annoying. Because like I feel like if I look at my foot on my slide, I have like this much extra room. But if I wear a size 15 shoe, it fits perfectly. But then if I wear a size 14 slide, I feel like it's strangling me in like a rear naked choke and strangling my foot. So it's kind of weird. Somebody again asked about your food cravings recently. It kind of changed, right? It went from what you said?
So first trimester it was grilled cheese and tomato soup. And then it went to chicken salad on toast. And then it went to burgers for like a good week, I would say. But I don't know if that was because we were by In-N-Out. That could have been why.
That makes a big difference because In-N-Out's next level good.
But it was burgers. And right now I'm just like, nothing sounds like, overly good to me. So I don't have any cravings right now. I want food.
Thank you. And thank you. And also thank you. Last Friday officially marked 60 pounds for me. I'm 60 years old and still play MW2. And the MW2 original is the GOAT, man. The absolute GOAT of Call of Duty. It's absolute peak. Nothing beats that. Like everyone talks about the game being such crap, like overpowered weapons and stuff, but it was just so fun. It was just stupid fun. Like I feel like it was just the timing too. Like nobody took it serious back then. You know what I mean? It's not these people now like I can't rush out there. I'm gonna lower my KD. I can't have my KD low. Who cares? Just go have fun. Like, I just remember running around trying to throw knife people, running around with noob tubes and what's the stupid perk called where you can use the backpack and like refill your ammo. Gosh, I forgot what it's called.
Scavenger?
No, not Scavenger. Scavenger's where you can pick it up off the ground. It was the one where it's supposed to be used for changing classes mid-fight, but people just used it to change back to the same class to restock the noob tubes. I can't think of it right now, but it was just like I don't know. It was just such a fun time because everyone just played for fun. And like now, like video games are like online has gotten too serious. Like I just like to go have fun. Like it's not real life, dude. You know what I mean? Like we're not in like Kuwait right now in a war. Like this is just a video game. Just go. Let's just have fun. Let's not take it that serious. But yeah, that's why I like a lot of times now I like to play single player games. If I'm going to play video games, I like to play by myself. Like Fallout. I got hooked on Fallout New Vegas for like a week, like a month ago. Like the UFC game, I love the UFC game. I love the game so much. I like the striking. I don't like the ground game in the new game. It's stupid. I don't like the way it is. But yeah, I like to just play stand and bang only, and it's so much fun. Well, if I jumped over your comment, it's because I didn't see it, man.
Yeah.
Just put it in there again. Sometimes the chat moves like really fast on my side because I'm not looking at it through YouTube. I'm looking at it through StreamYard, so sometimes it just jumps. If you haven't slipped and fell in a storage unit, then plus I haven't slipped and fell in a storage unit. I slipped and fell outside of a storage unit one time in Florida because it was pouring down raining and it was like super slick.
Uh-huh.
But I think that was just more so to do with the rain and the slick floor. But sure, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
So what we were saying earlier is that if you guys want to make something that can fit in a frame or something that we can hang on the wall, we can just make like a mural, kind of what you guys send in and put on one of his walls in the room.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That seems like a good idea.
Hey, Dominic. I just love messing around too. That's all I want to do when I play this games. Like I don't like to play like competitive and super like that. I just like to screw around. Like if I play around, like me and my friends sometime when Modern Warfare 2 came out, we would just be doing stupid stuff. You know, like we would take Riot Shield and C4s and just try to play Search and Destroy and just C4 people in the face and just play around with it and just have fun and just not taking it so serious. That's cool. Came up with your son. Where you came up with the name? Well, he's a character in Dragon Ball Z. Broly is the legendary Super Saiyan.
Almost spelled it right. It's without an E.
Yeah. But it's interesting because like the lore behind Broly originally was like in this show that he was like this myth. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he didn't actually exist. He was just a myth. Like they called him a legendary Super Saiyan and he was not supposed to exist, but then he really did. And he's like the most powerful Saiyan of all of them, which is kind of cool. I like the lore behind it. Thank you, WrestleCast.
Thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I need to go down according to a DEXA scan, which tells you where your weight should be. I should drop about 46 to 50 more pounds to get in that range, but we'll see. Because also I have like a number in my head, and right when I hit under it, I want to start getting into lifting weights again really bad. But I know like when you first start it, your body retains water for a little while to like heal and recover. So I don't want to get into it yet until I hit this specific number in my head, weight loss. And when I hit that, I want to go like balls to the wall weights every day or every other day, at least 3 or 4 times a week, which will obviously increase my body weight. But what's interesting to me, I don't know how anyone else feels, like these stupid BMI scales. Like if you look up my height at 6'5", it says like 206 pounds, but like the DEXA scan, which actually reads your actual weight, my body weight was 0% body fat, meaning you're dead, is 200.6 pounds. So you're telling me like muscle and fat, I can only have 5 pounds? Like I'm dead. Like you're dead at that point. The BMI scale is just stupid.
It doesn't take into consideration muscle mass and frame.
Yeah, it doesn't take into consideration frame at all. Because like the only way for me to be alive at 206 pounds, the only way for me to weigh 206 pounds is to be dead. And even then, it's maybe. I don't know. I don't get that thing. That's why I like the DEXA scan more, because it actually reads, your body, or those scales that they have where it's like we have one where you get like, it uses an electric shock to go through your system. You don't feel it, and it tells you, what percentage your weight is like body mass, what percentage muscle, what percent is body fat. Because like you don't want to be losing weight if you're not losing fat. Like the goal is to lose body fat.
And what is it called? Your what your body would weigh without fat-free body weight.
Yeah, like I said, mine's over 200 pounds, and the dang freaking BMI thing says I should weigh like 206 pounds. Like, it's crazy. Who's gonna have only 6 pounds of body fat? Like one of those crazy bodybuilders, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
O'Malley versus Sterling. My gut tells me Sterling by either arm triangle or rear naked choke, but there's this other gambling side of me that just feels like O'Malley might catch him. He's long, lanky, and we've seen Sterling get KO'd stiff before from Marlon Moraes, so like it's possible. But if I had to give you my honest prediction, I say O'Malley by rear naked choke or arm triangle, one of the two. But we'll see. I'm not gonna lie. I put a parlay in on the betting app today. It worked, and I have O'Malley to win, but just because he's a big underdog. But like, if I'm being honest with you, I say Sterling by ground and pound or submission, one of the two. Pretty sure Mono 2 is responsible for the term noob. It 100% is. Mm-hmm. That's exactly where it came from. The noob tubes. Hey Zach, thank you. We have to play Modern Warfare 2 all fans at times, and that would be so fun. That would be so fun. But I don't know who plays on. Does everybody play on Xbox? Because I don't have a PlayStation.
Most of them are cross consoles.
Yeah.
Well, the last Modern Warfare was. Or Call of Duty.
Dude, I feel this so much. I feel this so much. That's exactly what they want. Like, how can I only have 6 pounds total between muscle and fat? Like, what do you want me to be? Look like a corpse? Like, it's just, yeah, it's crazy, man. Because I'm right about your height, too. I'm 6'5". I'm exactly 6'5". And they say I should like 206 pounds. I'm like, dude, you are wild. Thank you, Lee. Thank you for the 99 cents. Metal, you mean like magnet fishing? Yeah, we've done a couple times like years ago. But it is fun sometimes. But the problem with those are people don't realize is like to get like a 10-minute compilations of random metal, like you're probably gonna be out there for 6 hours in the sun. Like it takes so long to make a video because like you just 90% of the time you just get stuck on seaweed, you're pulling up nothing. The magnet's getting stuck to the bottom of the dock and you're trying to figure out how to get enough torque to get it out. There's a lot of stupid things that go into that, but it definitely takes a while. Oh, I'm so prepared to be sore again. I miss it. I miss it so much. I miss like just being more physical in general. Like I feel better losing weight, but it's not like getting in shape. You know what I mean? Like I want to build endurance again. I want to build muscle again. I mean, I pretty much played some sport or another from the time I was like 7 until I was in 12th grade. So it's like I was always doing something. But now it's just not doing any sports. Just kind of like, yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Let's see. 360. Oh. You coming to? Oh no, I'm not coming to watch it in person. But I'm gonna watch it on pay-per-view. Xbox all the way. That's what's up. What's up, Matthew? Series S. Oh, we have like the basement room has a Series X and upstairs has a Series the S, Xbox One S, and then our bedroom has the original Xbox One. Like we got out of storage unit, I'm pretty sure.
Free.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Those freaking numbers are stupid. Stupid. We've got return pallets in the past, but to be honest with you, I just don't enjoy them. Like they're just, you know what you're getting for the most part. You're not going to find, cash, guns, or gold, or like a $20,000 collectible. It's like, that's the thrill to me.
Yeah.
Just like I'm paying $300, and if I can sell it all, I can make $1,500 on the stuff. Like it's money, yes, but it's not exciting. It's just work. I want the excitement and the thrill. Best find when you're dumpster diving. Oh man, you gotta see that Barnes and Noble video. I don't know where it's at. It's so long ago. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to find it. But man, there was one from so long ago.
You want me to find it?
Yeah, if you can. But there was one we did from so long ago. Or Barnes and Noble, we found just like boxes and boxes of brand new toys, probably like $4,000 or $5,000 worth, and it's awesome. Well, then we'll deal with that when it happens. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. Do you have a room for all your? Yeah, they're all displayed in my bedroom. Actually, We have like cork board on the wall and like those little rods that come out, so they're all displayed. We have like a row of ARs, a row of shotguns, a row of bolt action rifles, handguns, like that. And it's just pretty cool. I've seen a video of you getting my storage. Really? I don't know. I get that a lot, so I'm not gonna lie. I find that a little hard to believe.
Should I link the playlist of Barnes & Noble dumpster dives or the first one of that video?
The first one of that video.
So, like, I'm going to link part 1 to the best dumpster dive of all time, the Barnes & Noble one. And then you should see, like, part 2, and then it goes all the way down to a recap. So there's up to part 5 and then a recap. I'm going to post that in the chat right now.
Gosh dang, well, the chat just went crazy again. Hello, Dazed. Patrick, hope it comes through for you. What up, Bretta? Where do we get pallets from? It was a local place when we bought them.
I can't remember the name of it.
It's not even there no more. Like, I tried to look up their Facebook page, they're gone.
Oh.
River City Liquidation or something?
Yes.
River City, it was a local place, so we didn't have to pay for shipping. Because if you got to pay for shipping, they kill you. It's like $200-$300 to ship a pallet most of the time.
Yeah.
We can go pick them up in person, so we saved a lot of money on that. But it's just, I don't know, it just wasn't fun as much. Grandson wants to know how I convinced mom and dad to let him start doing YouTube videos. It's the future. I mean, realistically, it's the future of content creation. That's really what it is. I feel like it's harder for people to realize and admit to, but like, I think TV and cable's got 10 years left max, at an absolute max, before YouTube owns everything. And I mean, my mom, when I was younger, she thought I was crazy when I said I was about to drop out of college to do YouTube. But here I am, and I dropped out of school. And I can say this, I'm not going into like all these finances and stuff, but what they told me I can make out of college if I finished my computer science degree, like that degree out of school is like maybe a 9th or an 8th of what we did like last year, finance wise. So just do what you want. Like, just go for it. Go for it. And it's very lucrative if you know what you're doing. You learn the system and you like learn how to actually improve.
But I do think there are like a lot of parents that just aren't.
Yeah, they don't understand.
Yeah, they don't understand. Like, there's even people that are our age that don't understand that you can make money from YouTube.
Yeah.
And that like blows my mind in a way, because you kind of grow up with it. And then see like a bunch of videos of people making money on YouTube. But you're young. I think personally, like, coming from just a parent mindset, like I think that you should just say like, I really want to do this, and just express.
Passion,
yeah, like I want you to just coming from, I guess, just two caring people that do it and understand the business, that I just want you to be able to, especially now at your age, pursue what you have a passion for now. And anything that you have a passion for, you should be able to pursue it, especially when you don't have responsibilities right now. Right now is like the right time to do it.
No, 100%. And if you wait till you're 18, the problem is that generation you're going to be competing with has been doing it since they were 13. So they already have a 5-year advantage on you. That's the problem now. Like, everyone knows about it. There's freaking 8-year-olds that are millionaires off of YouTube. Ryan's Toy Review was the highest earning YouTuber of all time like a couple of years ago. He was 8.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like.
and there's a way, like, I feel like a lot of parents, they hold back because they're like, some creep can find out a bunch of information about my kid. That I understand, but there's a way to make, videos, whatever you want to do, like in your room, or like, you don't have to show your house. You don't have to show anybody in your family. It could just be you. They're not going to know anything about you.
You don't got to show yourself.
Right. You don't have to show yourself.
Yeah.
But if your content requires you to show yourself because you need a personality, then it's okay to show yourself, but you don't give away, your school or your parents' names, your last name, like anything like that, anything that's concerning that someone could be able to find you.
Well, people like that are so afraid of people taking their information. They also just don't understand technology. Like, even though I do YouTube full now, like I said, I was in school for computer science. Like, if I wanted to find anybody commenting here, I can take your comment and track your IP address backwards and find exactly where you're living at in 2 minutes if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard to do if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if you're just commenting on the internet, like if somebody wants your information, they're going to find it anyway. I can get it anyway if I wanted to. I mean, just being real with it.
Yeah. So just tell them how much you're passionate about it. And then, I mean, you can tell them that not just us, but there's numerous like bigger YouTubers that say start young and start learning.
Yeah.
So it's not just us, because I feel weird just kind of saying like, Lori's grandson's mom and dad, this is how you should parent your child. Like, I don't want to tell them how to parent you.
But I just want to tell somebody that in the
I just
YouTube
want
business,
them to open up and be like, let your son do this, please. Like, if it's something he truly loves and is passionate about, please let him do it.
Oh, 100%. It's just like, I don't know. It's just, you got the potential is massive, and people just don't know. You just don't know. And I'm just coming from somebody that's doing it. It's massive. It's more than you could think. And like, everybody thinks you have to be like Mr. Beast level, 100 million subscribers to, make enough money. And it's just not at all the case. There's people I know that like use things like affiliate marketing or things like that, and they can make, $10,000 in a month with under 100,000 subscribers. So, I mean, it's just, you just got to learn the game.
And Kelly makes a good point. It was like, children need to be aware and prepare that there will be trolls that will write unkind comments, and it's hard to try to protect them from that. I think like they kind of need to see that. I think you can say like, if someone talks bad about you, that's not a reflection of you. That's just them being unhappy. Like they just have to understand that. But I mean, if you censor bad things from them, what are they going to grow up and think the world's like flowers? And that's not realistic. So kids need to be exposed to something like that.
Speaking of everybody talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I think that's where our generation has an advantage, because when we were 12 and getting on the internet, man, if you heard some of the conversations that went on in those Modern Warfare 2 lobbies in 2009, woo, oh my gosh, if you think that people leave mean comments on YouTube right now, you would not have made it in one of those lobbies. Everybody was banging your mother, doing this and that. It was just awful. But like, you get so used to just people being a-hole. It's like, who cares? It's just funny. Yeah. Like, I don't. But somebody can say what they want. It's just the reality of it.
I feel like as a parent, it's going to be hard because you want to protect your kids from everything that you can. But at the same time, that's only going to hurt them in the long run.
Yeah. Ooh, Locker Lunatics. Send them to our email. Send them to treasurehuntingwithjeebus@gmail.com.
Okay.
treasurehuntingwithjeebus@gmail. I want to see. But like, I agree with what you're saying too. Like, just trying to show kids that the world's all sunshine and flowers is not a good thing, because it's not. Like, you have to, I understand being a good person, but you also have to have a little bit of killer instinct inside of you too. Like, you got to be a little competitive. If you want to succeed in anything, you got to be able to be competitive.
They just have to know that some people are a-holes.
Some people are miserable. Yeah, it's just what
they're miserable. It has nothing to do with you. You are not what they're saying that you are.
Yeah, they're just projecting themselves onto you. Who cares? Like, it's just whatever. Where did I go? Thank you, Dawson. And good. Hopefully, it gets to. That's a hard market to get into.
That would be cool, though, if you could create games and then play your own games.
That's a perfect strategy.
You don't hear any of that. Everybody that does gaming just wants to sit there and, go through with their own personality and play the game, which is cool. Like, I like that you like making content, but at the same time, you have to figure out how to be unique, because gaming is such a concentrated, subject on YouTube. Everybody wants to be a YouTube gamer. So you just have
been there, done that.
You just have to go through. I mean, you're 13, just go through YouTube, look at what other people are doing, and just figure out what you have that can set you aside from everybody else.
We had a gaming channel I've made over 1,000 videos for in less than 2 years, and it got to a whopping 1,900 subscribers and made a whopping $0. Gaming's competitive, and this was in 2015, so that was 8 years ago. So it's only
at the same time bigger. It's you don't grow, that's okay. Just keep doing it.
Just keep getting
and
better.
Get better.
Yeah, just keep getting better. Just keep improving. That's just the biggest thing. Keep improving. It's impossible to be perfect at anything. You can always do something better. Always. I feel like the minute you're I'm just perfect at this, you're done. It's over. That's the plateau right there. That is the plateau. When
it's not, I guess, you and it's someone else. That's where we come into an issue.
What do you mean?
If you're my video is perfect, but it's because people just I don't know. I lost my like train of thought. I had like a good point and I lost it.
It's
like gone
already this time. Hey, Tim. Thank you, Pam. Where did I get my nickname Jeeves from? I always tell the story every lecture. I feel like, well, my real name is Steven, but I was about 8 years old. Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, I was playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai on PlayStation 2. I remember distinctly, I was fighting Android 17 with Piccolo, and I lost like 10 times in a row. I got really mad, and I threw my controller and was yelled, Jesus Christ. My grandmother was like super religious. Like, she went to a Catholic school taught by nuns and everything, like super religious. So she was watching me at the time. She was like, you can't say that. Don't say the Lord's name in vain or whatever. So my sarcastic 8-year-old stuff started screaming Jeeves Crust instead of Jesus Christ. I would yell Jeeves Crust. So here we are. I'm 29 now. That was 21 years ago. Jeeves Crust. I always hear something about the algorithm. There's a lot to learn, but it's like there is and there isn't. I mean, really, if you just make videos that are good, the algorithm will do the work for you.
Right.
You make videos that are good and they're packaged good. Like everybody always they love to cry clickbait. But if you don't make a title and a thumbnail that catches people's attention, you're wasting your time. You can have the best video in the world. But if you're like, I'm going to be a legitimate, I don't want to lie, and you're just wasting your time. Like if your title and thumbnail is not catching people's attention, then it doesn't matter how good the video is. It's like producing a Lamborghini style car, but on the outside it looks like a 1977 rusted camper van with nothing left. It's like it doesn't matter how great the inside is if the outside looks like crap. It's just like the title and the cover of a book, like it's the same thing. It's gotta stand out. It's gotta catch people's attention. And if you're not, you're wasting your time. Like that's gotta be like a priority. I hear so many people be like, thumbnails aren't really important. I'm like, you just have no clue what you're talking about. No clue at all what you're talking about. Like we probably spend an hour to 2 hours on every video's thumbnail. Like I come up with an idea, take like probably 20 different pictures with different lightings and different angles, different ways to hold my hands, to put something in my hands or different angles, and then put it in there and touch up the photo of me first, and then add a background and fix the colors in there. And then after I do all that, I get Brandon, my brother, to come because he's like a graphic designer. He knows how to do so much more, like the saturation brighter, and just makes it perfect. I thought I like our thumbnails. Yeah, that's the unfortunate reality of it, isn't it?
Yeah, you're going to get negative comments.
People hate themselves. That's just what it is. Like realistically, somebody was talking to me about that. I was talking to somebody in the comments like that on Facebook the other day. Not like them being an a-hole, but they're just saying like, why is everybody always an a-hole? And like realistically, in my brain, like the only way to stop that is to like somehow cure chronic depression and self-hatred. Like, you know what I mean? That's the only way to stop it. Thank you, Sean. We just sold 2 pairs of those shoes the other day. And now we have a bunch of them. We just started listing that stuff on eBay.
5 on there.
Yeah, we just started listing. They're so far behind.
Well, they're all the special ones. It's like the Jurassic Park and the Nerf and the Candyland ones.
All those custom Air Forces, I don't know if we're going to try to eBay them yet or we're going to put them on like auction. I don't know. I might put like 1 pair on eBay to see, like test the market. And depending on how that goes, we'll see if we like auction them off. And if I auction them off, we're going to start them at $1 and let things go ham because that's what makes it fun. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Hey, that'd be awesome, Lock and Lunatics. When will you do lottery videos again? I don't know. But like I said, if we do or when we do, it's not going to be on this channel. It's going to be on the Jeebus family again. Yes. Because like every time I put a lottery video out on our main channel here, like it just halts things because like not many people like them. It was just kind of like filler for us. And now I've gotten to the point where like I don't want to do filler. Like I genuinely I don't want to put a video out unless I think it's genuinely good. Even though my last one I really didn't. So I'm kind of lying there. That storage unit. Because I was just hot and annoyed that day and I hadn't slept. And I remember watching it back and I was like, this video sucks. Like I just don't like it. Like I'm so critiquey of myself, like in my own content more than like anybody else can be. And I was watching and I was like, it just sucks. But I just figured what the heck. Maybe somebody else won't think it sucks. And then it performed terribly. So, okay, I was right. How did we meet? Well, we kind of knew each other forever because our moms were friends, and then our grandparents were also friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, our families were friends before we were even born. So I guess we always knew each other.
Yeah.
We literally have those pictures on your Facebook of like us as little kids. Like as where is that on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Like as sitting together and stuff when we were like little kids. It's funny looking now and you look
the
back at
memory
it.
thing.
Didn't you share it recently?
Yeah.
Can I download them and upload them or what?
You make it full screen? Wait,
what's
upload
it?
where?
Just to the what's it called? Streaming app.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's see. Look at these. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Present video file. No. How do I do it? I know there's a way to do it.
Friend.
I'm gonna figure this out. Yeah, here we go. Hold on.
But that's a logo.
So
You have to do overlay. Add
overlay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at these pictures. If it'll load. Bang. Look at
we're
that.
sitting on the right side too. Like.
Huh? I know, right? Try to reenact that.
I'm like.
There's that one, and then there's the other one we have. This one. Look at that cheesing hard, huh? Like, oh, that's hilarious. But it's so funny looking back in that. So, just cheesing hard in that thing.
Yeah.
Where was I at?
Somebody said I'll just have to be Santa this year for the Christmas, whatever Christmas thing we do, because of the belly, I guess. Like I'm gonna be like fully pregnant at that point.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's like a month away at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was I at? Okay. Now I'm going back to the chat. Pretty much well, we live far apart. That's why we didn't really like talk to each other too much. Like her family moved down south, like kind of where we're at now, where my family stayed up north by DC. So we kind of only saw each other as kids when we were like birthday parties or holidays or stuff like that. You know, it wasn't too often.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that. Hey, I like breaking safes, man. Safes are my thing. Thank you. I know, right? No. Baby, January 22nd of next year.
2024.
2024.
I guess that's a given, huh?
Yeah.
January 22nd earlier.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a weird.
2023.
Yeah, January 22nd. How far behind is like what we're saying to the chat? I wonder. I feel like there's always a lag.
Yeah. I mean, I have it up on my computer, but I can't,
Okay.
like, hold on. I'm not even live. I don't know. Not
All right.
too far behind.
Not too far?
I would say like 5 seconds.
Oh, okay. It's not as bad as I thought, though.
I'm hungry.
All right. Well, then, in that case, thank you. The biggest unit we bought was a 10 by 30. 10 by 30. They're rough, but they're fun. Okay, I'm on top of the chat on YouTube. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I guess we got to go feed this baby, huh?
Well, I feel bad, but I'm hungry.
No.
I'm not really showing at all, guys, so there's no belly to show other than just my normal belly.
You ready?
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to have to hop off here.
By the way, big announcement. No, not the big announcement. We did the big announcement for the unit that we're cleaning out tomorrow. That video will be out Sunday, just as a reminder. Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. What happened now? Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Cool chatting with you guys. It's been 3 hours.
I know. I was like, remember I said we're going to stay live for like 45 minutes or something. And here we go 3 hours in. All right.
Yeah.
Guys.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Peace.
Peace.